Hey, everybody, hey. Come on now, everybody. Give it up, come on. Comedy from Hell Street Home starting, everybody. Holy shit, have we got a jam-packed list tonight, guys. We are going to get through this quick. It is going to be a ton of fun, but you are going to have some endurance. We're going to be up, down, and you're going to have to deal with my horse shit all night. But if you can get through that, we're going to have a good time. You guys ready? Yeah! All right, I just want to go over a couple of rules real quick. My man CV is working the bar downstairs. If you need a drink, you're going to have to go down to him. He'll give you as many drinks as you want to carry up. He won't even check IDs. Actually, he will. But you got to do that yourself. If you get food, he will bring it up. Everybody, please try and make room for CV to bring stuff up. The other thing is, if you're a performer and you see people who are not performers standing at the stairs, please give them your spot. Unlike you, they're not cynical. They will laugh. They'll enjoy the show. So please give it up. And take your trash with you. If you don't, I will try and grab it, but I'm not always that good at it because trash is gross. Are we all good on that? All right, aside from that, man, I just ask everybody to laugh. Like out loud. Don't just smile and nod like that. See, exactly that is what you shouldn't do. Tickle your belly until it makes a noise out loud. Like you have to be out loud. No one, the camera faces this way. No one picks up you smiling and nodding. Go, that's a good point, humorously delivered. And if you won't laugh out loud, at least boo out loud so we really know like when we fucked up. And then most of us are so egotistical, we will ignore it. But it is helpful to have the feedback. Are we good? Yeah. All right. I had a weird situation the other day being Saturday. I got a package delivered, and my mailman always does this thing where he just gives it to the next door neighbor, which I don't love, especially this time, because the package I got delivered on Saturday was 500 bullets. And my neighbor is Chinese. Now, some people have lived in the city and know what that means. Other people are like, what does that matter? I'll cut ahead. So I go over, and he's already opened my package. And he's just staring at 500 bullets with his wife. And I'm like, hey, did you get my mail? And he said, no. I said, I got a picture here on my phone of you accepting my mail from UPS. And he's like, oh, this. And I go, yeah. And he says, well, what is it? And I go, it's bullets. Then his wife goes, it's a lot of bullets. And I said, it's a standard bulk order amount of bullets. It's actually like the mid-tier number of, can I have my package, please? Okay? And we're having this conversation so long, her father lives in the house behind the house, and he walks over, he says something, I won't do the impression because, they're recording. But he says something to him, they go back and forth, and then they hand me the box, and they all laugh, and I leave, and I go back to my house. 2 hours later, I'm cleaning shit off my roof, and the old Chinese guy is in the back in his in-law suite going like, bullets! And pointing at me on the roof, which is a great way to convince a guy to almost fall off his own roof. And he does like 4 or 5 times, and he keeps doing it. He won't stop doing it. So I got the Chinese people on this side, and the other side, I have a cop. And after like the 5th or 6th time, this guy just yells bullets and giggles hysterically at me, and I say, stop that. Please don't do that again. The cop comes over and goes, what's going on? And the Chinese wife comes out of nowhere, like she appears from a bush. She's like, he got 500 bullets. I was like, come on, man. I don't even have guns. What are we talking about? And then I texted my wife. The good thing about when you buy 500 bullets is it comes with at least 3 thin blue line stickers every time. I texted my wife, it's like, cover the lawnmower in thin blue line stickers. Now. And also, I'm going to mow the lawn today. I don't know if the guy thinks I'm pandering or not, but god damn it, I'm going to fucking kill my neighbor 500 times. I'm going to tell you that right now. That sucked. All right, that actually happened. All right, New York City is having a mayor race. One of the mayoral candidates to address subway crime has this interesting plank in their platform. They want to develop what's called calm corners. So when someone's having a schizophrenic break in the subway, there's a trained mental health professional there to escort him to a calm corner. Because when someone's having a break from reality and thinks the trash cans are spying on them, the best thing to do is back them into a calm corner. That'll peacefully resolve the situation. Calm corner is like serious toddler shit. I don't like that at all. It's too infantilizing. Like, hey, count to 10. Okay. Do you still feel like lighting a lady on fire on the train? It's not gonna work. Would a good boy run the pockets of a corpse and then fuck its mouth? Is that what a good boy would do? I don't think so. That's not what a good boy would do. Those are real subway crimes for March, by the way. It's America's greatest city. I don't know if you saw RFK Jr. announced that we're banning petroleum-based food dyes. Okay, no one here gives a fuck. I guarantee if that happened under the Biden administration, there'd be a lot of cheering. It is funny, though, they're banning petroleum-based food dyes, so now a bunch of people have to reflexively be against it. Like, no. Petroleum-based food dyes are very safe. There's nothing showing that petroleum-based food dyes have any adverse health consequences. And I'm old school. I'm like, well, maybe the name petroleum-based food dyes might be a sign that it's not the healthiest thing to eat. Petroleum-based. You couldn't come up with a better name than petroleum-based? All right, you guys really don't want to give RFK a single fucking victory. I can feel it. I thought we were worried about climate change. It's petroleum-based food dye. Fuck the earth, as long as the Fruit Loops are red. Yeah. If that's how you guys feel, that's how you guys feel. I can't change that. I don't know if you guys saw this today. Today there was a first in our nation's history. Today, Republican Representative Nancy Mace showed her tits in Congress. So now, officially part of the record. Did you know that? That's true. No one believed that her ex-boyfriend filmed her against her will with her tits out. So to prove it to the world, she entered into the congressional record. Dope. I'm from South Florida, so I like that. That's someone who represents me. I love everything about that, and I'm just glad to see finally a Republican woman doing something first. All right, let's keep moving along. They announced there's been, for the past 2 weeks, everyone's been talking about how Joe Biden's lost his mind. I guess everyone figured that out 2 weeks ago. And then on Sunday, they announced that he has prostate cancer. And so now a bunch of people on the news are like, hey, is now really the time for that conversation? We get it, everyone knew, but he's got prostate cancer. Give him his peace and quiet. And I really only have one question. Does cum button cancer make you fucking retarded? Why does that matter at all? That has nothing to do with it. He's got a sick asshole. There's nothing to do with up here. Why is that suddenly the excuse? Like, you know what? I guess it was the cancer that made him do all those crazy things. But, you know, guys, Dr. Jill didn't check it, I guess. All right, we're gonna move on from this. I'll finish with this. This weekend I'm excited. My brother-in-law just had a baby, so I had to go meet, thank you. That's outrageous. In this room, I have announced the birth of my own children and gotten less of a positive reaction than that. Fuck my brother-in-law, and Silver, you can keep that. Just don't publish it until after this weekend. I'm gonna go visit my brother-in-law, and he was asking me for advice, like things he should know as a new dad. And I said, the crazy thing about being a dad is babies will teach you about weak spots you never knew you had. Like, I had no idea about this, but if you bite my belly, I fucking fall to pieces, man. It's crazy. You bite my belly, I just curl up into a ball. I don't know what to do with myself. I might pee a little. Do you guys know that about yourselves? Everyone bite the person next to them's belly. See what happens. It might be fun. Okay. Well, I was trying to get a thing going, but I guess I lost you all with the RFK stuff. RFK says it's not okay to bite each other's bellies. You guys want to do it now? All right, I tried. We're going to get the show started, everybody. That was my time. I'm the host, Jacob McFadden. We're going to bring up your very first comic for the evening. This guy is going to be on the roast at Basic City tomorrow. Basic City has their second to last show tomorrow night. This guy is a local performer. Everybody put your hands together for Jack Parker.
Let's go, Joe! Actually, that is the most accurate way he can ever describe me. Local performer. You may not laugh at any of this. I cannot call myself a comedian. Guys, I am a dog dad. Any dog parents in the audience? All right, small but mighty. Everyone else here is a cat person or hates their lives. Good to know. I'm glad to know that exactly a third of the room is actually capable of love. That's very important. I do love my dog so much. I've had dogs for most of my life. You ever have one dog breed and you're like, oh, this one's great, and then like you get one that isn't aggressively inbred and you're like, oh my god, they can breathe normal. That's amazing. Like I had that. My last dog before my current dog was a Boston Terrier, and there are great things about Boston Terriers. They're very smart, they're very sweet, they're very people-oriented. I've had people go like, holy shit, Jack, you and your dog are the same person. And that's not a compliment. That's like saying, hey Jack, you remind me a lot of international sex symbol Danny DeVito. I love how neither of your eyes look the same direction, and even though you're not moving, you're struggling to breathe. It's the greatest. No, my current dog, she is a Rottweiler. She's absolutely amazing. Her name is Bree. She's this gorgeous 85-pound Rottweiler. She's the sweetest girl in the world. I love her so much. The only real problem I have with her is that like she is so sweet that anytime that I take her outside of the home, I become riddled with the concerns that like anything that could possibly happen to her that I have to protect her from could end in her life ending, and I would have to then burn the city to the ground to deal with my grief. And I got her as an ESA for anxiety. So that is not going great for me right now. I did get her as an ESA for anxiety. First off, dogs just get you out. They get you talking to people. You don't realize, like, so much of what we kind of have lost a little bit in society is just, like, talking to someone on a street. Because let's be honest, most of you here talking to someone you meet on the street, your first thought is, which street? But my favorite thing that I've been doing with her is I would take her out around the BMFA, and there's like a lot of different people who walk their dogs there. You actually start to make friends. You have some dogs they get along with, some they don't. And like I got her for social anxiety. We've met plenty of friends. Like we've met like Teddy and Emma and Zoe, and I assume their owners have names too, but I wasn't fucking learning that shit at all. I did have a buddy ask me, because like, okay, no one gets an emotional support cat, right? Like, because I needed an emotional support animal, and I already had a cat. A cat isn't like a real pet, if we're being honest with ourselves. Like, because like when I got my dog, like it was an emotional bonding experience. When I got my cat, like it was just a mental exchange of, all right, whoever dies first, the other one gets to eat. It was very pragmatic, and I appreciated it. That is the real difference. Like, in order to get my dog, I had to have an existing relationship with a therapist, get a ESA letter written, like, find the dog, make sure she did well with my cat, make sure she did well in my environment, make sure she did well with my schedule, get her updated vaccines. To get a cat, I just, like, got a cat. Do you know how easy it is to get a cat? Walk outside, see a cat, pick it up. That's yours now. No one will stop you. I don't even actually know the legality of what it takes to own a cat. I don't know. Don't want to get out of here on something that's relatively good. Okay. I will say this about like Rottweilers. Like, I think there are different people that you end up like meeting that like lose their shit over your dog. Like if you live in the fan and you have a golden retriever, like you just get love bombed by a bunch of like rich Democrats. Like, if you're like in Jackson Ward and you've got a pit bull, you just get love bombed by a bunch of MMA dudes, sorority girls, and middle-aged black dads. Like, I've learned with Rottweilers, like I tend to get approached by specifically families, veteran lesbians, and elderly Russian women, which is weird for me. And I like was telling my friend that, and they're like, yeah, Jack, different breeds attract different demographics. All right, what are you trying to attract? I was like, I don't know, a big titty goth chick? So now I've got this ferret. Anyway, that's my time, guys. Thank you.
Jack Parker, everybody. Keep it going for Jack Parker. He's got a ferret. The guy buys Carefresh. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving. Your next comic is not here. So tonight, just like Rosa Parks, your next comic refuses to sit at the back of the list. Everybody, put your hands together for civil rights icon, Aaron Sparrow.
How's it going, everybody? Richmond, we love Richmond. I love Richmond. It's great seeing all you guys' faces. We actually got a packed house tonight. Get up for yourselves. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Yeah, I didn't expect to go next, but I was like, F it, why not? But yeah, man, for me, believe it or not, growing up, I kind of wanted to be a celebrity. Nobody want to be a celebrity? That's just me, fake ass dreams? Okay, I believe it. Yeah, but I have pipe dreams, you know, it's just like, it looks cool. Like you go see the celebrities, they're on TV, and they're like, man, they got the money coming in, the cars, the girls. But I always wanted to be like the guy. But I wanted to be like the guy that was behind the guy, that was behind the guy, that was behind the guy. Just like Diddy. But it turns out that he really was the guy that was behind the guy, that was behind the guy. Yeah, it's crazy. And believe it or not, he actually had a video the other day where he thanked Cassie for holding him down. And it turns out that she was holding him down, or he was holding her down, then they were holding other people down. I was like, wait a minute. Story's getting kind of foggy now. I have no clue. But another reason I probably didn't get to leave my celebrity dreams is because I grew up with this condition. It's called being the DFA, the designated fat ass. So like it works like when you're going into every group, like you're always the fat kid. But it works though because I never got kidnapped. That's why I was so fat. You know, they can't. You know, that's what happens. They would get Susan, but not my ass. Oh man, but any couples in the building? Damn, that is depressing. Just about like the Terrace and the Cowboys winning the championship. Yeah, but believe it or not, telling people you're a Cowboys fan can save you from a fight. I'm telling you, it worked before multiple times, just in case you want to get out of one. But or relationship. Yeah, dating's kind of tough out here. Yeah, ladies, give it up for yourself because you're hustlers. So it used to be like, you know, it's great. Y'all still hi and hello, but now it's like, hi, hello, my Cash App handle is, my OnlyFans is. I mean, at least you're making money. Guys, we gotta start selling feet pics too, but we can't do it like you guys. But I'll be on all the apps, you know, Hinge, Bumble, Facebook dating. Might gotta start standing in line at McDonald's next door. It's tough out here. So, but I just be on the apps like. Ooh, that's a man. Like. Every now and then you get a little antsy with the trigger finger. So, but what else is going on? Celebrities. Oh yeah, like got to give up. You have to get celebrities. You know, I always like to celebrate my black celebrities like Jay-Z, Rihanna, Kanye, and old Kanye. Not the racist Kanye. It's crazy because he went from like, oh shit, to oh shit. Here we go again. And you don't see that too often. And then we gotta clap it up for one of the best black men. You know, if you heard of him, he's rich. Elon Musk. Come on, guys. That's not the first black guy to fuck up a job. Y'all know that. You know, you can show up late. You know how we are. We can't get it right all the time. Then they're drafting new black people from Africa. Didn't we hear this story before somewhere? But hey, it's a true story. Can't get mad. So, but yeah, dating too. Like I remember, I get a little depressed, you know, because I'll go to places, I'll drink by myself, smoke by myself, and
right.
Yeah, damn right, and it's just like woo. So yeah, but it's tough out here because I remember a girl, she used to work at Dick's, but I like BJ's, and she wasn't giving out BJ's. So maybe she shouldn't work at Dick's, or maybe she should switch up and work at Hooters. Who knows? But that's my time for the night. Have a good one.
Aaron Sparrow, everybody. He likes blowjobs. Just if you need to remember a unique fact about him, he likes having his penis sucked on with a mouth. Hell yeah, we all know acronyms. Let's keep this thing moving. Your next comic, everybody, your next comic is a member of our goddamn military. Parenthetical RET. Everybody put your hands together for Admiral J.D. Novelli.
I don't know if the gay t-shirt tipped you off, but I was a rear admiral. Alright, who's drinking here tonight? Who's drinking? Okay, who's drinking the most? Okay, how many of you had, sir?
I was at Burgers, fucked up, so yeah.
Okay, that's not a number, though.
I've been drinking since 8 a.m. I thought I was cool. That's a number.
Oh, that late in the day, huh? I don't know, though. I mean, you have to start drinking a little earlier than that. You might not survive in the military, sir.
I was at work last night.
Because when you were in the military, you drink. Yes. It was not at all uncommon for me to come back from work with like just a bag of Burger King. I'm just gonna like chill, you know. I've had a long day defending democracy from whatever enemy we invented this week. And I'm just gonna sit back. It was not at all uncommon for there to be like a guy who's just like double fisting 40-ounce bottles of margarita mix with a cigarette in his mouth going, you know Burger King's really unhealthy for you, right? Now me, I had a drinking problem by military standards. I used to drink at breakfast. And I don't mean, oh, we're gonna have champagne mimosas at brunch. I mean, I was making vodka and bacon omelets. And the only reason I stopped is because I couldn't afford the bacon anymore. But the thing about, you know, when you give up drinking is that you have a lot more free time. So I've been trying to like, you know, better myself a little bit. I've been watching a lot of Schoolhouse Rock. I don't know if you ever watched that when you were growing up. I don't mean to brag, sir, but I know most of the words to that song. Ladies. But it's weird because if you watch enough of them, eventually you're going to see like the ones that they don't really show anymore. It's like back in the 70s, they did like a couple about how do computers work. And obviously like, they're from the 70s. They don't make sense anymore. It's like, hey, what's a computer made out of? Why, it's nothing but diodes, capacitors, and resistors, interconnectors, and transistors. Like, none of those things are in a computer anymore. No wonder they don't show it. It's like, if back then, it's like if they made one, what is a house made out of? Well, it's asbestos, lead pipes, red dye number 5, and a mom who smoked while she was pregnant. But yeah, I like to learn. I thought about becoming a scientist, but I don't think I would be, you know, using science productively. My idea of science is like, hey, I've always wondered what a woolly mammoth tastes like. Let's clone one. Fatty needs her breakfast. But then I found out not only are they actually trying to clone a woolly mammoth, their stated reason is because people want to know what it tastes like. And at that point I'm like, well, you can't just clone one and eat it. Now it's endangered. You have to breed them. And how many do you have to breed before you can start eating them? Fuck this shit, I'm going to KFC. I don't know. I try not to follow the news anymore. It's too depressing. Found out the federal government is trying to ban pornography. Not only ban it, make it a federal crime. Which I'm very concerned about because if this comedy thing doesn't work out, I needed something to fall back on. There's got to be somebody on this planet who will pay money to see me naked. I haven't met them yet, but statistically, they must exist. Yeah. I'm very fortunate, though. In spite of everything, I have actually been married before, so single people, there is hope for you yet. Somebody looked at this and said, you know what? I want to file taxes with this person. It was rough bringing her into the family, though, because I come from a military background, and my parents have a very dark sense of humor. Long story short, I'm watching TV, and I hear, can you come in here, please? I walk in, she's beet red, her face is this color, and my parents just look at me like, I just want you to know, we still have sex. And I felt bad because I already knew that. So I was like, well done. I'm gonna go watch NCIS now. Thank you. I've been JD Novelli. I will be at the Coalition Theater this Thursday doing Champions, and let's bring Jacob McFadden back on stage, please. Thank you, Jacob.
JD Novelli, everybody. Parents still fuck. Do your parents still fuck? Dude, I walked in on my parents fucking once. It was wild. My father has like crazy thick eyeglasses, and so I opened the door and he was on top of my mother and just turned to look at me and the light caught it like it does in anime. He looked like a fucking owl. And now every time I'm in the woods and I see an owl, I think of my parents fucking. I'm like, ah! So I don't leave the fucking suburbs. All right. Anyways, I explained to you my trauma. Your next comic was supposed to be here 2 comics ago, but they're finally here. They're finally ready. They're not paying attention. Everybody get ready. Here it comes. It's Chukknephew.
Come on, Chuck.
Yeah, I appreciate that love, D-Boy. I appreciate that, man. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing? God damn, this the most I ever seen people in here. I'm trying to tell you, like, I used to do a lot of open mics here. I'm talking about probably like 3 people here. It used to be cold as hell too. Like y'all caught it at the right times because my nipples used to get hard when I used to be able to. Like, God damn, what the fuck going on? Hey man, it's a lot going on. I just did a show last week. You know, I said how we feel about Donald Trump. I did not know it was that many supporters of Donald Trump out here. So how do y'all feel about Donald Trump? Okay, good. I fucking hate this shit, man. I'll be honest, man. Donald Trump really showing how broke I am. I'm broke as hell, people. After this show, I'm taking this whole outfit back. For real life. I ain't gonna lie to you. I need my little $40. Shit. You think I'm playing? I need my shit. For real, I'm broke as hell, people. I went to the grocery store the other day. I had to put my eggs on layaway. Like, yeah, let me put that to the side. I come get that next Tuesday when I get paid. Yeah. For real, Donald Trump, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm blaming everything on Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck, like. My wife said she was pregnant. I said, goddamn Trump. Shit. Fuck. I gotta pay my mortgage every month? Goddamn Trump. This shit is ridiculous. Then, I'm like, why these white girls keep following me, like? Goddamn Shannon Sharp. I ain't lying, man. This shit real, man. Y'all ever seen a person lips so chapped it make you lick your own lips? You be like, lick the motherfucker. I'm trying to send you as a hint, man. Shit, you need some Vaseline or something? I got it, like. For real, man. This shit real out here, man. I like to see the ladies in the crowd, man. I love this shit. I swear to God, like, I love my ladies. I love talking to my ladies, man. You know, because they say I'm a raunchy comedian. They say I sexualize women too much. I'm going to be honest, ladies. I got a real serious question. Would you rather your man ask you for some pussy or some vagina? Pussy, right? Thank you. Every time I say pussy, they be like, God damn, why you gonna say that, Chuck? Stop saying pussy. Because to me, vagina sound like it could be dry. It could be for like a teenager. I don't want no pussy. I don't want no vagina. I'm sorry, I don't want no vagina. For real, I don't want no vagina. I'm someone's father out here. I don't need no vagina. I need pussy in my life. Pussy. Just say the word pussy, ladies. You see how much spit you had to build up just to say pussy? Pussy. For real, every time I say pussy, spit just come out my mouth. That's the type of pussy I need out here. It's already wet, people. It's already wet. That's all I'm saying. That's the conclusion of that joke. That's all I'm saying. Shit. How y'all white folks doing, though? Y'all feeling good? Y'all good? I love my white people. I love y'all white people. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really do. But white people, y'all need to stop naming your pets human being names and shit. I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired of hearing a dog named Willie Jones III. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck? Dude, that bitch got a social security card too? Shit. Hey, it must do, man. I love white people, though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. White people, stop treating your pets better than your kids, man. I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired of seeing little Ryan on the leash and the dog in the stroller. She over here like, yeah, you right. You ain't lying about that. You right. Thank you, Miss White Lady. I appreciate you. Thank you. At least I know I'm accurate. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, before I get up out of here, I'm gonna let y'all know, all stereotypes is not true. It's not true, people. You know, I know white people, y'all done heard all black men got big dicks. It's not true. I'm still waiting on mine. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm still waiting. I'm trying to get my father dick, like, you feel me? Fellas, I know you seen your father dick before, like, yeah, I need all that right there, like. I'm still waiting on my shit, man. I got more balls than I got dick. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. That's why a lot of times, if you see me walk, I might walk like this. That's because I'm trying to jiggle the motherfuckers off my leg. Like, that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing, white people. That's all I'm doing. But no, I'm Chukknephew. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Chukknephew, everybody. Keep it on with Chukknephew. The craziest part of his set is when he said white people name their dogs human names, like Willie Joe the Third. I don't know how many white people you hang out with, but that's not really like a white human name. That's crazy.
Another white guy who said his dog is named Willie.
Yeah, he named his dog that. That's not a human name. That was crazy. I'm on like Chukknephew. I like a vagina, but that's because I'm married and my wife is the mother of my children. She can have a vagina. I hope my son finds a lot of pussy in the world, but personally, I want my wife to have a vagina. So I have to do like 3 jokes on my wife's modesty at night. She watches every one of these and judges me. All right, let's move on, everybody. Your next comic coming to the stage. This guy, wow, he's a real meat eater, a pack animal. He's not a European style of dance. Did I clear that up with silver for you? All right, your next comic is not Trey Wolf, it's Trey Wolf.
How we doing today? All right, so lately I've been going through some things, so I'm gonna use y'all as therapy today, okay? Y'all can be my therapist? All right. Today I ran into a female, right? And it made me question my sexuality, all right? I know y'all wondering how a female make you question your sexuality, right? But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and say it out. I like manly women, all right? Not saying they features. They gotta be bad, and they gotta have that, they gotta be thick, they gotta have that ass, you know what I'm saying? But I like females that be like, that I can walk up on and she be like, give me a kiss, my dog, you know what I'm saying? Or female I can take out and play basketball and goddamn I'll run D to them, you know what I'm saying? Playing basketball, or, you know, the other thing. But guess, with that being said, is it something about my sexuality that I need to question? Or can I just walk around and tell people that I like manly females and it be okay? No? Something I need to work on? Alright. Because if y'all seen my baby mama, y'all be able to tell. My baby mama looked like she used to play linebacker at Union. But she cute though. The other day I caught her trying to teach my son how to down block in the backyard. I ended up picking. And she knew it was wrong. I had to catch her on a sneak tip. I came around the corner, like, what the fuck is you doing? And she was in the 3-point stance, and she was like, I'm trying to teach him how to down block. So I ended up pancaking her ass, like, you knew I wanted to teach him that. All right. But again, I mentioned I'm a father, right? And with being a father, I got a son. All right, his mother's black, so obviously he's black, right? But within this dating pool, sometimes you pick up kids. I got a stepson. My stepson is half white. So when we go out at cookouts, my aunts like to call him little half and half, you know what I'm saying? It's a name that he bring up. They be like, hey, they got a little half and half, you know what I'm saying? I tried to pass him up on my own, as my own at first, but my boys was like, hey bro, I think you need to get a paternity test. I'm like, what? He look just like me. They were like, but your hair don't look like that. I'm like, it did back in the day. But let me get to the joke. We at the playground, right? And I got both of my sons with me. All right, I'm gonna set the scene. And they competing. I make them race, I make them jump high, right? They grabbing on the monkey bars, and one son is just winning everything. He running fast, he jumping high. So the other son is complaining to me, and he come up to like, Daddy, why is he beating me? Why is he beating me in all these sports? All right, so I had to bend down to him and I had to tell him. And I know y'all picturing, okay? Y'all picturing the son that I'm talking to, and if you do, you prejudice. But you would be right, my black son was whooping the shit out his ass. And it ain't help because I'm hyping this shit up. I'm like, Jackson, get his ass, get his ass. And Jackson just running. My other half, he's just moving. He's not quite there. And I want to tell him the real reason, but guess what I did? I said, little half and half. I'm like, hey man, Jackson is older than you, okay? So he's gonna be faster than you. But one day you're gonna get there, but you gotta eat your vegetables. I'm sorry I had to lie to that boy like that. What else I got? Let's see, boom. Stepson, all right. Hood chicks. I grew up in Chesterfield, right? So I'm used to dating the suburban girls, but I got a thing for Richmond hood chicks. And so when you dating them, it's a difference, okay? I'm gonna give you another example. Sometimes I like to treat them. I like to take them to, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you wash your car lately? Let me take you to get your car washed. It's a difference. When I take my hood chick to the car wash, when I'm vacuuming out, I gotta be careful because I gotta vacuum around the roaches. I'm not talking about bud roaches, I'm talking about the weed roaches, right? I don't want to suck them up because she might want to get to them later on. But I'm a nice guy, so what you think I do? I collect them as I go. I'm like, oh, that gold roach right there. Put them right there, the gold roach right there. What you think I do at the end? I break all the roaches down. I make one fat ass blunt. And then when I get to the house, I be like, baby, here go a clean car in a fat ass blunt. She was like, I love you, Jay. I love you, Jay. I love you, Jay. But that's my time, everybody. I appreciate y'all.
Trey Wolf, everybody. Keep it going with Trey Wolf. Turn that back down for everybody. I married a hood chick. Now, she was a graduate student and didn't live here when she rented the apartment, but she was a hood chick. And boy, was she surprised when people started sticking their fingers in the mail slit in her front door. I said, those are local children. You can't hit them because their dad will beat you up and no one in the community will report them. I house sat for her one time and a junkie died on the step next door and blocked my car in and I was late for the show by an hour. I don't know if you guys have ever argued with an EMT, hey, get that corpse out of here. I have to go to an open mic. But it doesn't move anybody, especially not the dead guy. All right, your next comic has never been a dead guy. I have that on good authority. True? All right, your next comic has never been a dead junkie. Everybody put your hands together for Megan Doyle.
That's an interesting introduction, thank you. True, all true. I think it's fairly embarrassing to be mad in front of other people, right? Like, if I wanted to know what you acted like as a toddler, that's between you and your mom, you know? Not for me to be aware of. I don't want to know. The places I get mad, one, in my car, right? Private experience, no one else around. Two, in my home. I try to make sure my cat is upstairs and nowhere near my anger. But the thing is, sometimes the thing that will inspire me to get really mad is like I drop a bowl that my mom gave me, right? And it's like shattered. And I'm mad, and then I'm sad, and then I just realize I'm sad that I don't have a mom, you know? Like, it happens. If that's helpful for anybody else to kind of rein it in front of other people, think about it. I do have a dad, though. Give it up for dads. We've had some dads on the mic tonight. My dad is not like other dads. He's way more boring. He's so boring. Some traits that kind of representative of my dad. Safety. Not for me. What else? Punctuality. I don't really see a need for that. Integrity. That's actually pretty admirable. I do like that about my dad. But I would like to think that most dads, they like to instill like a trivial knowledge of 80s rock music. They want their children to be able to like rank Steely Dan albums from best to worst. If you could even say that there could be a worst Steely Dan album, I cannot. But that's what I imagine most dads are maybe trying to do with maybe the dad that I wish I had, let's say it. My dad is trying to make sure that America's national security apparatus is still functioning since he retired from a career in military intelligence a few years ago. So some examples, I know we have some veterans in the audience. We like to check in on the national security, not looking good news-wise, you know, in the chats with the folks that are responsible for national security. But my dad and I, some examples, will be driving to Colonial Williamsburg, as I love to do, and there's like Camp Peary right there. And he's like, do you know what they do there? And I'm like, no. And he's like, good. I saw a satellite while I was camping, and it like flashed as it moved across the sky, and I told my dad about it, and he's like, do you know what type of satellite, do you know what that type of satellite does? And I'm like, no, Dad, what does it do? And he's like, I can't tell you, but that's good that you don't know. And I ran a bit of this set by him for operational security purposes. I did have to redact the name of the satellite. That was unauthorized disclosure tonight. We're not talking names here. I'm not going to give it up afterwards. So, another question I might get from my dad, do you still have TikTok installed on your phone? You know, typical line of a government man these days. Very worried about TikTok. My thing with TikTok, I think that China wants what's best for me, right? Exceptional content, crazy content, right? My vacuum I got off of TikTok, I love it. Homica vacuums. I guess the third, possibly most important thing, at least somebody knows where I am at any given time. You know, like as a single woman, I feel like China's keeping their distance, but they know where I am, and that's like the right level of surveillance and awareness that I want as a single woman. So, yeah, national security, we're checking in, we're making sure it's still working. It's important work, somebody's got to do it. It's got to be me and my dad, I guess. Another exciting thing about my dad, he has a water collection, so this is another passion of his. It is literally just like samples of water from bodies of water around the world. He got some water from the Nile River recently from an army buddy. I managed to get him a sample of water through a friend from Antarctica. And I gave it to him. I made this little like goofy ceremony. He had no idea what's going on. And I give him the water and he's like, okay, nice. Yeah, I already had the Southern Ocean. Which is just kind of a familiar feeling from my childhood to, you get the idea. So the last thing I'll say, I do really love and admire my dad, of course. We are in family therapy together, working through things, and I admire that about him. I cannot say I recommend family therapy with your parents because it's like couples therapy, but you can't get a divorce at the end of it, so cannot recommend. But hope you all have a great night. Thanks for listening to me. I've been Megan. Thank you.
Megan Doyle, everybody. And in her father's defense, after the whole presentation, the Antarctic water was room temperature. Completely. Well, now you've ruined the water sample. That's on you. Oh, all right, let's move on. Your next comic is too close to the front of the room for me to come tap his shoulder before the show, or before he's supposed to be up, but I hope he's ready. Everybody put your hands together for a man who's here. A man who's ready. A man who's wearing a hat. The senior Judah Friedlander comedy. What the heck? Ah! I was stung by a bee. Everybody put your hands together for Dedrick Botley.
Hey, what's going on, home sweet home? I'm Dedrick Botley. Yeah, white people like to fuck my name up all the time and call me Dedrick, so I go by D. I'm from Hopewell, Virginia. My real nickname is Debo. My original stage name is Ignorant As Debo. So I'm gonna ask y'all one time, can I get ignorant for y'all? Yeah. Okay, because y'all was ignorant as hell. Megan brought up mothers and ain't nobody clap. Like Mother's Day didn't just pass. So I'm gonna try that one more time. If you got a mama, clap it up for your mama. Okay, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Because I love mothers. Matter of fact, if you're a single mothers in the building, clap it up. That's what I'm talking about. All three of y'all. All three of y'all. Because single mothers is my type. Single mothers got what I like to call CPC. Yeah, that's certified pre-owned coochie. It's not new, but it's like new. Because if your baby daddy ain't pull out, what the hell you think I'm about to do now?
I'm just saying, I'm good with things to gently use. I still shop at goddamn Goodwill, and I done had a GameStop Pro membership since 08. I'm not fucking around. I was at the Funny Bone last week. And yeah, some of my guys is here. We sold that bitch out on a Wednesday. We sold the motherfucking Funny Bone out on a Wednesday. And now on Tuesday, we are performing in a goddamn urinal. But it's all good. I'm a veteran as well, you know what I'm saying? I retired from the military. Oh, y'all ain't gotta clap that hard. The only thing I'm gonna fight for these days is the rest of my goddamn benefits. Cause y'all watch the news just like I do. They tripping out this motherfucker. But anybody got a job they hate? Yeah, cause I just quit my job. Matter of fact, I quit, no bullshit, I quit on March 31st. Because I wanted their ass to know on April 1st when shit a joke about it. Bullshit you not. But I had to quit my job because I was working from home, and I don't think that working from home shit is for me. Like, I got at-home habits, and then I got good work habits because I'm professional from the military and whatnot. But sometimes them shits clash, man. Like, I was on lunch break in my living room one day, and I got comfortable, right? So I hit the blunt, and before y'all get to judging, you know what I'm saying? I put it out because I realized I had some shit to do. I had to go fax off some paperwork. And long story short, my high ass to pour coffee in the fucking fax machine, right? I'm banned from the business center at my apartment complex. I told y'all that working from home shit wasn't for me now. But I did quit my job. And black folks etiquette says when you quit a job, you're supposed to steal some shit if you leave peacefully, right? But when your office is your living room, that's hard as hell to do. But I figured it out for y'all. Anybody hate they work from home job, I'm gonna tell you exactly what the fuck to steal when you quit. Cause I took the best shit ever. And y'all can use this if you want to, right? When I got ready to quit my work from home job, I took a butter knife. That's not what I took. I took the butter knife and I popped off the F key and the U key on the laptop right before I sent it back via FedEx. Hell yeah, I got confirmation on that message. I don't give a damn. Oh man. Hey, we talked about single mothers. We talked about work. What else y'all want to talk about? Ah, yeah. These dating streets. Cause see, I'm over 40 and I'm dating. And I tell you, if I could leave a Yelp review for this shit, it'd be a 1 star. I bullshit you not. I had a woman ask me a few weeks ago, right? We on a date. She asked me, are you ready to be a step granddaddy? I said, a what? She said, a step granddaddy. Yeah, I felt like an actor at an audition for a role I didn't even fucking want. I'm like, ma'am, I came here to crack grams, not about no fucking graham crackers. You got the game all the way fucked up. That is not what we doing here. Any religious people in the building? Okay. Because I come from a religious family. My pops is a deacon, and he went from dope boy to deacon. But my pops is one of them Christians. He gonna tell you his testimony, and he don't care where he at. We at my uncle's funeral, right? My uncle's up there dead in the casket. It's the part of the funeral. I don't know how many of y'all been to a black funeral, but we got this thing called reflections. You go up there, you say a few words about the deceased, and you go sit your ass down and go about your business. My dad gonna get up there and talk about some. Me and my brother were growing up. I really looked up to him and all that. The childhood years was cool. He got to the teenage years, the Holy Ghost took over. He gonna go up there and them folks might tell me, me and my brother used to sell dope. I'm sitting next to my brother in the funeral. I'm like, what if my uncle ain't want these folks to know this shit? My brother gonna nudge me to some buddy up there snitching in Jesus' name. Hey, y'all been wonderful. That's my time. I'm Dedrick Botley.
D-Botley, everybody. I just cut it off. He said it's called D-Botley. I'm calling it D-Botley. All right. We're gonna. By the way, I like you asked, hey, any single mothers in the room? And you didn't get a big reaction. It's 9:40 on a Tuesday. It's called Child Protective Services. Like, no one's gonna fucking admit it if they are a single mother. That's crazy. Why would you do that? Anyways, you're dating, huh? How's the first date going?
This ain't the first one. We all right.
Yeah, you all right? You ready to be a step granddaddy? All right. Hey, you know what? I won't get into it, all right? I want you to do reflections for me. Your next comic, everybody. Your next comic, come on stage. He's good. You know how I know he's good? He has the largest Instagram following of anyone in this room. Maybe all of y'all combined. Okay, he thought a big thunderous round of applause would happen. I thought we liked the creator economy. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, hey, your next comic is one of these fat cat content creators. Everybody put your hands together for the modern YouTube bourgeoisie. It's Craig Worthy.
Thank you for that. All right, I'm coming. All right, thank everybody for coming out tonight. I know this looks like the inside of a detention locker. It reminds me more of like an ex-girlfriend, just tatted up, full of booze. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it was a number over there, and I called it, and I was like, "Oh, for a good time," and I was like, "Oh, it's her. Oh, like, hey, how you doing? How you been?" I'm from Detroit, Michigan. If you don't know anything about Detroit, Michigan, Detroit is the only place in the world where somebody could be sitting on the porch and there's no house behind the porch at all. It is always the same guy sitting on the porch. Be the weed man. Weed man just sitting on the porch. You like, you straight on weed? I don't know why my weed man sounds like Tracy Morgan in my head. You straight on weed? I'm straight on weed, but where your house at? Shit, I gotta do what I gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Hot dogs and Skittles. I left Detroit, moved to Atlanta, and Atlanta's a cool place to live, you know, especially the ladies. It was strong, powerful, independent women that lived out there. The one thing that was kind of throwing me off is they didn't shave their beards. I'm just asking questions like, yo, why your hands so big? And who's your barber? I'm trying to figure out who it is. You know what I'm saying? But it was all good. I hope comedy works out for me because I'm tired of driving Uber. Just sick of it. Because I get hit on all the time. They get in the car, oh, what's your sign? Or, oh, when we go in this bar, you want to go in and have a drink with us? One person even said, you look a little tired. If you want to, you can go upstairs and lay in the bed with us if you're that tired. And it wouldn't sound that bad if it was coming from the ladies and not exclusively from all the guys. But just don't swing that way. Like, no, sir, I'm going home to my wife, please. New jump, who's this? My dad is a player. He's been a player my whole life. Anytime I had to go stay with my dad, basically I would have to have a little sleepovers all around Detroit, all over town. And it made it very difficult at the reunion, not the reunion, but at the funeral when he passed away, that all of these little heifers decided to show up at my dad's funeral at once. And I'm trying to look at their sons and daughters trying to figure out why we all look alike. Like, somebody call Maury Povich around here. I need to get to the bottom of this. Shoot, my dad had kids like it was a spades game. He had 3 and a possible. For all the people that don't play cards, I hope that joke makes sense, but for all the people that play cards, that's 31-point bid. That's what it is. That's what it is. There is a rumor going around about men, and I'm here to clear that rumor up. They say that men don't want to date single mothers. It's not true. It's not true. Men don't want to date ugly single mothers. That's what we don't want to do. You know, we don't want to date ugly. So if you're an ugly single mother, we just gonna eat your baby snacks. That's all we gonna do. If you're a good-looking baby mama, I'm just saying, like, we'll call, if that baby daddy is giving you problems, we'll call him for you. Like, hey, look, listen, this is my family now. You don't call over here disturbing. Okay, Kanye? Calling over here disturbing me and my family. Life is short, man. Life is short. I don't complain about nothing that's gonna, if something doesn't bother you 5 years from now, don't give it 5 minutes. Don't. Because I don't complain about anything. Like, people came up to me trying to complain about potholes. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Our potholes got potholes. Our potholes so big you can live in them.
One bad, one bad, potholes. Our potholes so big, you can sell drugs out of our potholes. Dude popped out the other day, said, "You straight on weed?" "Mr. Weed, man, what are you doing in the pothole?" "Shit, I gotta do what I gotta do." Type shit. Hot dogs and hamburgers. Jacob McFadden, it's been a pleasure once again. Thank you all.
Craig Worthy, everybody. Make sure you follow on Instagram. I didn't realize he's from Detroit. That's why he's got so many Instagram followers. He's a member of D12. It's Eminem, Craig Worthy, 10. It's right there, man. Go check him out. All right, let's keep this thing moving. Your next comic. This guy. You recognize this guy. You know this guy. Oh, I don't even need to say his name, but I will. Just so no one feels stupid, okay? Because everybody get ready. It's Chad Duhart.
Let's go, Chad!
All right. It's my first time here. Picking up a real anti-Trump vibe. I grew up on a gravel road with a couple of deer hit on the wall, so I feel a little uneasy. And I was sitting right back there, and I saw that somebody wrote "Let's go Brandon" on the wall, so I calmed down a little bit. No, I'm just joking. I never voted for the man. Any of the 3 times he won the election. But you know who did vote for him? Kanye West. Anybody heard that hot new track he just put out? I'm looking over this side of the room. It was I was listening to it today. It was called Heil. What's that fella's name? It's not really important. But if you haven't checked it out, you should give it a listen. Shit's a banger. I'm only kidding. The song's just okay. But Memorial Day weekend's coming up. Everybody excited? Yeah. I'm not doing anything. But when I was a kid, my family used to go to the mountains of Tennessee to our family reunion every Memorial Day weekend. And they have a cabin there. It's top of the mountain, like 200 years old. And out back, they have a creek. And over that creek, they have an outhouse. Now, for you people that aren't white trash, I'm going to explain what that is. This ain't the porta-john you see at the construction site. This is a wood shack with a wood bench with a hole cut in the middle. You look down, you see the creek. Okay? Now, as a kid, you always want to get in the creek and play around. You just had to make sure you got in upstream of that thing. Because if you made a mistake, you got in downstream of it. You look back and see water toilet paper floating at you. What's on top of that thing? Is that a Snickers? It was never a Snickers. Well, it might have used to have been a Snickers, but it did have a nice nutty flavor to it. I was just a kid. I didn't know the Snickers didn't have corn in it, but now that's a corny poop joke. Now, if you're traveling this Memorial Day weekend, just be aware of all the cops out there. There's going to be a lot of them. Now, I can't verify this myself, but I heard there's a rumor going around that black people get a little nervous when the cops are around. And I'm going to let you in a little secret. The rest of us don't like that shit either. We get nervous too when we see the cops behind us. And that's real bad. It's almost as bad when you have a cop in front of you. And for everybody listening out there, if you're a cop, could you do have some common decency? If you're in front of me and speed, there's no sense in you doing the speed limit, messing around, making me late for work. All right, let me see here. What I got? All right. One topical joke. Here we go. Bill Belichick got himself a girlfriend. If you're not familiar, he's a football coach. He's 73 years old. And I just read today he was engaged to his 24-year-old girlfriend. To put that into perspective, he was 8 years older than I am right now when his girlfriend was born. I know. Hot, right? No, but every time you see like an old man walk in with like a hot young girl, you always get one or two reactions. In group one, oh, that's disgusting, that's terrible, that should be illegal. And the other group are men. And now, and let me tell you, every straight man in here When he sees an old fella walk in with a young hot chick, he's thinking the same thing. Respect. Me personally, when I see that situation, having a guy come in with a younger girl, it makes me just want to stand at attention and salute him like he's a drill sergeant. Just. And that's all I got.
Chad, do on everybody. Keep on with Chad. All right, baby. We're going to keep this thing moving. Your next comic, before the show, I told him, I said, you look a lot like a nice Mike Tyson. And before we got to explore it, the craziest bitch we've ever met just popped out of nowhere and demanded we explain 3 phases of Mike Tyson. I don't know what that means. We came up with a heavyweight champion, a convicted rapist, Broadway actor. And she's like, go 3 more on that. I was like, I don't know that much about Mike Tyson. I just know what he looks like. I can't help you right now. Anyways, your next comic, like I said, like a nice Mike Tyson. And if no one agrees, I guess I'm racist. I don't know what to do with this. Everybody put your hands together for Jeremy George.
So I just want to say thank you because this is how I really talk. I talk like Mike Tyson.
No, but like you said, my name is Jeremy George. I got a new joke for y'all tonight. Is that all right? I grew up in Houston, Texas. That's where I'm from, Houston, Texas. My wife made sure she got me from Texas. Why? Because everything's bigger in Texas. Not everything, right? So, but she got me from Texas because she's a country girl in Virginia. She wanted to make sure she wasn't marrying one of her cousins. So, and just so happened we got the Ancestry.com, and just so happened we not cousins. He was, he was like, I like that. I like my cousin too. So check this out. Like I said, I grew up in Houston. I grew up in a household of 4. It was me, my mom, my dad, my brother, and myself. Now everybody in my household is gone. I'm the only one left. All right, it's not a joke, so y'all smiling. Everybody dead. My family dead. You're laughing. But so anything I say about my upbringing, y'all have to believe me because you can't go ask nobody. Okay. So who do you think? Like, why would somebody want to make Black Superman cry? Who would do that? My mom. That's who. So one day, this was back in the 80s. And I know I look like I'm 35. I'm 48, y'all. I'm you know, my balls is going on 65, but I'm 48. But so she bought me this Superman costume, and back in the 80s, we didn't have all the little fancy clothes and cloth or anything like that. It was all plastic. And so the plastic stopped right here. So I had a Superman, short sleeve Superman, and you can see my feet. So that's why I call it Black-White Superman, because I wasn't fully the white Superman. Now, the white Superman, what's his weakness? Now, Black-White Superman, his weakness is his mama's belt. So, my mom told me, Jeremy, take off the costume and go to bed. And it was Halloween. So I'm like, well, the night before Halloween. I'm like, well, no, I got on my Superman outfit. And I didn't say no, I just stood there. And see, back then, it had that plastic. It was all plastic, but it had that white mask. So I was Black-White Superman. And I stood like this. My mom said, boy, go to bed, take that off. And I just stood and I looked at it. Now, this side of the room, y'all don't have Black Mama. Well, one, he probably got Black Mama. Like, yeah, I do. On the wrong side, bro. So this is what Virginia's about, segregation. We got the blacks and the gays over here and the white people over here. So I just stood there. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, okay. You bridge the gap then. Thank you. You're a trendsetter. Thank you, brother. Or whatever. So I'm standing there. y'all gotta let me tell a joke, right? I'm standing there and I'm like, I ain't doing it. And she said, Jeremy, George, go to bed. And this is how Superman stood. Had my white mask on. There wasn't no way she was gonna defeat me. I said, no, I will not. Superman bows to no one. And this side, no. When you say no to your black mama, what's happening? Okay, all right, Superman. She going to go get that belt. And so I stood there and taking it like a champ. This outfit is really protecting me. Oh, okay then. And see, I had on drawers. I didn't have on no jeans or anything like that. And boy, when she caught that arm, that black arm, like Superman kind of races. It didn't hurt on the white part, but on the black part it hurt. Pow! And this arm dropped. Pow! Pow! She caught my feet. I ain't have on no shoes. Because the outfit stopped right there. I wish y'all just had a picture of it, but it was all plastic. I was under there sweating. Pow! The next thing you know, the tears and the snot started flying outside of the white mask. So she knew she had defeated Superman. Now under the white mask was still, your eyes is out, and your tongue, you can stick your tongue in there to breathe. But under that mask, guess how I was looking? She's like, Superman ain't so tough, is he? He's like, Superman ain't so tough now, is he? Take your butt to bed. But I could have sworn that she dipped that belt in some kryptonite, because that show didn't hurt. That's my time. Jeremy George, thank y'all.
Jeremy George, everybody. Did anyone else see it? All right, well, fuck y'all. How about this? Skinny Uncle Phil. Okay, that one's better. Good. And I got that one approved by your next comic, who told me on the staircase, he said, I am an expert on black people, Jacob. That's what he said to me. This is a direct quote. He said, I am an expert on black people. And that's what he said. And he's got a black girlfriend. He's an expert on black people. That's what he said. That's what he said. Charlie Waring said he's an expert on black people. Anyways, race scientist Charlie Waring, everybody.
I didn't say what. It better be what. You believed what he said? Oh my God. Okay. Who here? Anyone here delusional? Yeah. At a comedy open mic, everyone should be cheering. Everyone's delusional except for me. I'm gonna be famous one day. No, I don't know. I'm delusional. I don't know if I'm delusional, but I catch myself being delusional, right? Like sometimes I'll have real, genuine thoughts that then like a minute later I'll realize we're insane, right? Like I'll give you an example. The other day I was at Popeyes. I'm not saying that because of the way Jacob brought me up. This is real. I was at Popeyes. I ordered a chicken sandwich. They're like, what do you want as your side? I was like, oh, I'll get coleslaw. And this is the real insane thought that I had. After I ordered coleslaw, I drove away. I was like, I'm being healthy today. Instead of fries, I got a bowl of mayonnaise. I'm a health guru. No, I have thoughts like that all the time where it's like I have real crazy thoughts. Like, this is another one. I was taking out the trash behind my apartment. I was taking the trash out. I go to my trash can. There's like a homeless guy. He's digging through the trash. It's a little awkward. We make eye contact. I don't say anything. I just throw away the trash. I go back to my apartment. But this is the real delusional thought I had as I'm walking back, as I just went, that's my good deed for the day. I just gave that guy more of what he loves. Trash. All right. Homeless people. Have you seen this? Have you heard of this? I am in a... Okay, what's better? Being in a relationship or being single? Let's see. Who thinks it's better to be in a relationship? This guy. He knows he's on camera. Okay, who thinks it's better to be single? Nobody. You? Okay, hell yeah. That guy's... I'm in a relationship. I think mostly it's good, but the one thing I miss about being single is when you're single. The thing I miss the most about being single is being able to be a pussy, right? Like that rules. It rules when you could just be a coward, right? Sure, I don't know you on your phone, but you look like you could kick the shit out of me 1,000 different ways. But if you said some shit about my girlfriend, I would have to fight you and lose, and that sucks. Like, that's what sucks about having a girlfriend. You could say some shit about my girlfriend, now I have to girlishly hit you like that, and you go like this and pound me into the ground, and that sucks. Like, I don't know, I miss, like, one time I was out with my girlfriend, and we, like, got dinner, and then afterwards we're going back to the car. This weird guy talking to himself got close to us. He started being like, I was violated in the Vietnam War, right? Which, first of all, that pissed me off, because he couldn't be older than 40, so I'm like, you were not in the Vietnam War, you freak. But anyways, I'm not going to say that to him. He's getting close to us. I feel like I have to position myself so I'm in the middle between her and this guy. So if he stabs me. We're trying to get away. We get across the street. We get away from this guy, and then my girlfriend tells me, she's like, "Oh, it's moments like this. I'm glad I'm with you. I'm glad I'm out with you." And then I was like, "That's funny. I had the opposite thoughts. I wish I was out by myself so I could scream and run away like olive oil." I don't know. Okay. Some of you get it. That's fine. Yeah. Let's see. I think you should be able. I think drinking and driving should be legal. I think. Well, not necessarily, but I think you should be able to get a license to drink and drive. That's what I think. Because, like, I don't know if you know this. Most people who get in drunk driving accidents are not people who regularly drink. They're people, they like get broke up with their girlfriend, they go drinking for one night, then they go out, they hit a kid. It's fucked up. Then you have, like, professionals like me, okay? I'm getting shit-faced every night. I can drive home tonight, right? That pisses me off. I'm just saying, I should at least be able to take a test, right? There should be an extension for your driver's license where you get a drunk driver license, right? You do 8 shots of Jaeger, then see if you can do 8 donuts in under a minute. If you pass that, you can drunk and drive. I'm better at parallel parking when I'm drunk. That's true. Because I don't have any... I don't know. I don't have any doubts about myself. All right. Jacob had a family member killed in a drunk driving accident, so he hates that joke. Well, let's give it up for Jacob McFadden.
It's not true. It just killed my brother's bachelor party. My father drove a car through the strip bar. And we were all like, come on, it's a little damage, so what? So what? I was 15. I had drank 3 bottles of Kahlua. When you're 15, that's the alcohol they give you, but I fucking was still into some titties. I was really into milk that night, and I was keeping it going. My father's a great drunk driver. He grew up before seatbelt laws. I told my wife that. She's like, your dad can drive us when we're all drinking, until we had kids. Now she's like, no. He's like, it's 11 o'clock on a Sunday. No. He has a cooler under his driver's seat with beer in it. My old man has a problem. And his problem is the damn law. All right, let's keep moving on, everybody. Your next comic coming to the stage, you're going to love this guy. You might recognize him from many films. Training Day. Flight 93. I think Bad Boys? Oh, my bad, actually, a different guy. Everybody put your hands together for Denzel Palmer!
Let's go, Sam. From early UFC. Just gonna compare everyone to people they don't look like.
Check. Oh, man, listen. I'm gonna make this quick. I ain't got that much time. You gotta be careful what you ask for, and just know shit happens. So I was engaged at one point in time in my life. Yes, I was gonna get married. I called that shit off. I said, no, bitch, this ain't it. One of the reasons is why she didn't really like sex all the time. She said, you're hypersexual. I said, shut up, bitch. I lost my virginity in college. What do you expect? I'm a late bloomer. So one day at work, in my job, I teach in the projects at Armstrong and shit. She texted me, she was like, babe, I need it tonight. I'm like, oh, shit. Here we go. I'm Googling all the different type of sex fruits, sex snacks. I said, I'm gonna knock her shit out the fucking park. Here we go. Watermelon, celery, kiwis, almonds, all that shit. I said, here we go. And some told me to go to the little dispensary, got a little smoke. I can't roll, so I got a pen. I'm hitting that pen, she come home, ooh, she cooking this shit. I'm like, oh, here we go. We setting the mood, setting the tone. And I said, hold on, I gotta get some gas real quick. She's like, all right, hurry up. All right. I go get some gas, and it's a food line in the same parking lot as a gas station off Iron Bridge where we used to live, right? So I go in there, I'm high as shit. I get kiwis, I'm like, oh my God, I'm ready to fuck these kiwis up. I was so high and drunk off my favorite drink, PBR and teleport. Ooh, shit. I ate them kiwis barehanded, hairy as motherfucker. I just started chewing them, eating them while I'm pumping gas. Ain't wash them off. It's like eating hairy balls, no little. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit. I'm eating them, my lips started swelling. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that shit is, but I kept eating them. Ate the whole fucking bag. By the time I got back, she was like, by the time you came back, I was like, yeah. I give her that action. She like, ooh, just like that, Daddy. I'm like, yeah. Flip her sideways, fold her like a lawn chair and shit. Put her to sleep. Next morning, oh, I felt good. We did it again, sideways. You know, it's better in the morning. Oh, I came so quick, I didn't give a fuck. I got mine, hope she got hers. So listen, I had to go back to the store. As I go to the store, I tried to pass a little gas. I said, oh, shit, hold. Hold them cheeks, nigga, hold them cheeks. I said, well, I gotta get to school at a certain time. I checked the CBS 6 app for traffic regulations and shit. And next thing I knew, it was a traffic jam. I said, here we go. So I get on Pole White, get off on 95. I'm gonna get off on the Bells Road exit. My stomach got the bubbling like Pops on Friday. I said, oh shit. Here we go. I get off on Bells Road, it's a detour. I'm like, God damn. Now I gotta go down JD. Go down JD and Ruffin Road, another detour. Fuck. My stomach is rumbling. Now I'm starting to sweat. I said, oh shit. I don't know if I can hold this shit. Mind you, people don't know. I don't wear a drawers. That's some grown man shit. I don't wear a drawers. I don't do that shit. I finally get out of all that shit, get to Armstrong where I work, and I get out the car running. I had a crazy co-teacher. I'm a special ed teacher. There's 2 teachers in the class. You know, kids and shit, like different. But she like, Mr. Palmer. I said, shut up. She said, what? Shut up. I ran to that restaurant. I'm telling y'all, the moment I dropped my pants midway, it was like an elephant pissing. Whoosh! I said, I just let loose all over myself. The most embarrassing part wasn't shitting on myself because couldn't nobody see it. I called my mama. My mama's like, what you want? I said, Mama, guess what just happened? I just shit on myself. She just laughing. One of my favorite childhood movies is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. But she remixed that shit and said Shitty Shitty Bang Bang. I said, Mama, this shit ain't funny. Then I called my daddy. That's a goddamn saying. Fat grown ass man gonna shit on himself, can't hold this goddamn shit. I had to be escorted out the back of the school. I went home, then I washed my parents' hair and I threw them bitches in the goddamn trash can. The moral of the story, you gotta be careful what you ask for. I wanted some good sex as long as I don't get that shit consistently. And they wonder why I'm single right now. That's all I got for y'all. My name is Denzel Lil Heavy, a.k.a. Palmer. Keep going.
Denzel Palmer, everybody. Keep going for Denzel Palmer. You shit his pants. They always say you should end any speaking engagement with what you want people to walk away with. And what Denzel wants everyone to walk away with is he shit his pants. So, hey, don't borrow clothes from Denzel, I guess. That's what we're all learning. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving, everybody. Your next comic. This guy is... He's got terminal cancer. He's gonna be dead in 2 weeks. Tomorrow we have a roast show for him. He's leaving, and then after that there's a regular show, which is kind of weird. So tomorrow, big special show, and then just one show, you know, for memories, I guess. Charlie Waring, who you saw 2 comics ago, he's gonna be hosting it. This guy is one of the centers of the stage. Everybody, put your hands together for Monty J. Giles.
I like to start my sets being vulnerable, so I'm 5'7" and that's okay. Don't shut up. Don't. It's not a disability. You don't have to clap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing a brave thing. I'm just being average. Anyone here? Is anyone here over 6 foot? Freak. A lot of fucking freaks in here. This is a small room too. I bet you feel like that scene in Willy Wonka when they're first getting in there. No. I don't know. I didn't know, I swear to God, I didn't know that I was short until I got on dating apps. Like I was filling out my Hinge and it got to like height and I put 5'7" and unprompted, I swear to God, it was like, not all information has to be public. Brother, I swear to God. And I was like, oh, I wonder why it would say that, you know what I'm saying? So now on that bitch, I'm 9'5". My bio just says that I'm dyslexic, you know what I'm saying? So when they show up, they can still say, I thought you were 5'9". Oh shit, it's really funny. I don't know. It's like girls write stupid shit on their bios too. Like have you ever seen I need a guy who can get something from the top shelf for me. Bitch, anyone with arms? Like what the fuck? You don't need a tall guy cuz I look adorable when I reach. Watch this shit. Now, ladies, please imagine that's me standing under you trying to get your panties off. I use them shits like a fucking parachute to get to my feet safely. Just whee! That's cool. Big, tall guys, they have branding now. They call themselves big dogs. Have you ever heard of that shit? They're like, she don't want a little pup, she want a big dog. Not all women. It's the first time we've heard it in that context, huh? Usually it's like, bitch, shut up. No, bitch, speak up. Cause I don't, girls who like big dogs, you know what I'm saying? Those are the same type of girls who only date men with the same names as their dad. You know, they need the security. I need a girl who likes small dogs, you know what I'm saying? I need a girl who just like leaves me at home and goes away and doesn't tell me when she's coming back. Gives me separation anxiety, you know what I'm saying? When she comes back, she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, hi, I missed you so much. I missed you so much, I came on the puppy pad. First time you come on the puppy pad, they think it's a mistake. Second time, they realize you're in love with them. I don't know. She don't want a little pup. She want a little pup, just like me. I'll take a bitch to fucking Starbucks and get her a puppuccino for free. You know what I'm saying? No spoon. Just eat that shit with my tongue. Just. That's all it takes. 3 licks. I'm like the opposite of that stupid owl with the lollipop. I don't know. Put me in your purse, bitch. She thinks it's adorable when I sneeze and my eyeball comes out, you know what I'm saying? She thinks it's charming. But don't get it confused, just because I'm a small man, don't mean this pimping ain't big. It's big pimping. You want to hear I talk to my bitches? Ma'am, do you want to hear I talk to my bitches? Okay, watch this. Bitch! Please? See? I wanna tell a story right now. So I was making love to a woman a couple weeks ago with my fingers. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I can't say I was fingering a girl. I'm 29. You know what I'm saying? What am I, a high school English teacher? Like get the fuck out of here, bro. So I'm making love to her with my fingers. I'm playing her like a sweet guitar. And she looks up at me and she says, I swear to God, she says this. She says, is that all you got? What? Which is so funny because like, yes, I have a dick, but never mind, bitch. It's wild because like I was fracking the shit out of her pussy, dude. I swear to God. I was causing an ecological disaster inside of her. Like, I was contaminating the watershed. I didn't wash my fingers beforehand. Her pussy was so wet, I sold the water rights to Nestle. Cool. It's so funny. No, I swear to God, like I looked like an autistic kid playing pinball. Like it was like, da-da-da-da-da. And this bitch had made me feel like I was throwing a punch in a dream. You know what I'm saying? Just. Because what am I supposed to do? Like I'm not. I'm supposed to like crawl inside her. You know what I'm saying? wear her as someone with a better attitude? Or like do like a ventriloquist shit, you know what I'm saying? Like a Jeff Dunham thing, like stick my hand inside of her and be like, he's great at giving head. Cool. My name's Monty Giles. Come to my show tomorrow. It's ending in 2 weeks. It's better than any other show in this stupid city. Give it up for Jacob McFadden.
We'll let it stand because it's dying soon. We'll say we've been here longer than everybody else. Garden Grove, suck my dick. No, that's mine now, actually. He's better than me, so I'll just keep it. He doesn't need it because he's so good. All right, make sure you go check out the Roast at Basic City tomorrow. That starts at 8:30. I'm going to go. I'll enjoy it. You should enjoy it, too. I'm underplaying my own part in it because I'm nervous I won't do well. Your next comic. I keep looking at him and thinking, hey, isn't that the motherfucker that stole all those NSA files and fucked our country in the ass? But it's not Edward Snowden. It's actually a guy that makes Edward Snowden look like a cool skateboarder. Everybody put your hands together for an even nerdier Edward. It's Edward South Mate. Edward South Mate.
Man, you asked me to say it twice and you still pronounced it wrong. I appreciate that. That means the world to me.
Respect our secrets.
Whoo, boy. I'm gonna be completely real with you guys. I had my confidence fucking toppled when I was chastised for making a bad joke waiting for the bathroom like 10 minutes ago. So I'm gonna do what every autistic person loves to do, and I'm just gonna sort us all into 2 groups, and I'm gonna see if I can get back into my groove. Just real quick, remember your team. It will be important. No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. You're a serviceman, right? Were you a Marine? Yes. 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 No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. No to you. Yes. No. 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 Yes. Yes. All right, that's everyone I think I could beat in a fight. So let's all remember right now that comedy is subjective. So if you're in team no, let's remember that not everything is going to land for everybody. Everybody's allowed to have a good time. And if you're in team yes, let's remember I just established I could fucking body you. Whoo! All right, let's have a good time. I want to talk about the N-word. The N-word being Nazis. They're back. Or are they? Here's the thing. Nazi classic, those were serious people. Those were scary fuckers in head-to-toe bespoke Hugo Boss suits. The modern-day Nazis, the neo-Nazis, I have a problem with the prefix neo because that sounds way too cool and futuristic. It's like they're fucking RoboCops, and they're not. The modern-day Nazis, absolute fucking clown show. There's never going to be a Wolfenstein sequel where you're just shooting up NASCAR fans with a magical shotgun. That's not going to happen. They're not serious people. The OG, not from here on referred to as Nazi classic, fucking adults who would do magic in leather trench coats. They fucking believed in that shit. And I'm sorry, if today, right now, you were going to look me in my mildly Semitic face and say that you are better than me on a genetic level, you need 3 things. Long sleeves, long pants, and closed-toed shoes. Those are very important if you're going to act superior to another person. Whew, boy, all right, my confidence was really shocking by that one girl at the line at the bathroom. Fuck me. So how much worse does it have to get until we agree that Casey Anthony made the right decision? Like, Kaylee would be 19 years old this year, in Florida, right now. Are you gonna tell me that's a good life? That's a life that you would choose to live? How much worse does it have to get? Fuck. All right. I'm gonna do something a little uplifting because those were two really dark jokes right out of the gate. On a cold, crisp winter morning in Ohio, 3 gentlemen walked into a PNC bank. One of them was wearing a long coat, and the 2 following behind him were carrying an enormous crate. On a pre-planned signal, the man in the front pulled out a shotgun, and the 2 men carrying the crate dumped it over into the middle of the bank, revealing that it contained 350 pounds of live red ants. Right? Fuck. Goddamn, what do you do then? You lose your goddamn mind and you run out of the fucking bank, and then these guys get $230,000 and they get away with it. I don't have a punchline for this. That's amazing. That might be the most uplifting story I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. The only thing between you right now and the person you want to be, 350 pounds of live red ants. Whew, boy. All right, I'm gonna finish on a feel good because I don't. Yeah. You guys ever been walking down the street and you see like a person walking their dog and you're just like, that's a good boy, and they're like, actually she's a good girl, and you're like, yeah she is. That's the fucking best girl in the world right there. Can we do that for trans people, please? Can we just, like, is that a thing? Can we just do that for, like, trans people? Is that, like, you just walk away and nobody's angry and everything's fine? Whew, boy, fuck me. I have not done this in a while and I gotta repolish my shit. Have a good night, guys.
Edward Southmate, everybody. That was a wild set. I gotta be honest with you guys. That was a wild set. It started, yeah, it had to flow. It was pro-Nazi, pro-Casey Anthony, half of you, I'm gonna kick your ass. And then at the end you're like, and also trans people, right? All that other stuff, forget it, because I think good. Wow. I was gonna lie and say I don't normally talk bad about people who perform here, but that's not true. No, things happen. This is true. In a different room I ran years ago, we once started a show and someone came in and like 5 minutes before the show started, they set a baby carrier down on a table. And so I ran around the first few comments and said, hey guys, there's a baby here. At the time I was like 24. I was like, there's a baby here. Everyone be chill. Because of the baby. No like fucks, no shits, no N-words, no racial slurs of any kind, okay? And everyone agreed. And then the first comic went up and said faggot 13 times. And I was like, God damn it, I forgot one. That's how I feel now. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving. Your next comic once said faggot 13 times in front of a baby. I promised I wouldn't say, but I'm drunk. Everybody put your hands together for KB.
That baby grew up to be super straight.
Do we believe anything Jacob says tonight? Right? It's all good. He's a great host. Give it up for Jacob, y'all. Give it up for him. Also, some other comedians I wanted to piggyback on Denzel. He said he was a teacher at Armstrong. I used to be a teacher. Any other teachers here? Or used to be? Give it up for the teachers, right? I got out because, they were trying to bring guns into the classroom and I saw where that shit was going. Like, how many of you think it's appropriate to let a teacher have a gun to protect children, right? Yeah, I mean, there's one way to think of it. Like, you think you're supporting, but for me, it's like teach what you preach, and I can imagine if I'm like working on a lesson with kids about recycle, reduce, reuse, and all of a sudden an intruder comes in, shit, not only do I have to shoot this guy, but now we gotta eat him. We gotta extend this lesson I don't have the stomach for. So I got out. It was good. And also I thought about Monty tonight. He was talking about short dudes scoring with girls. I used to, try to go for the tall dudes, but over time I accepted what we call the short kings. Okay, that's what it's called, a short king. It's a short king because They've got a good understanding, you know? Yes, I will let you know when it rains first. You're welcome. Let me see, I'm working on some new stuff too. Anybody feel like since the past beginning of this year, I don't know, maybe you can empathize with me, like you need to take a pregnancy test at the end of the day? Yeah. Like we're all just getting fucked. Raw. And dumped in. I'll work on the punches for that. Yeah. These are the times, you know? I mean, America can be pretty scary, you know? Like, we're really treating freedom like a fucking novelty. Like, oh, you can't eat your neighbor's pussy, I'm gonna deport you. I'm like, bitch, I need a vacation. I was born here, but I will change teams. Make it harder, you know? Catch me in these streets eating pussy. Said I'm settling for these short kings, fuck. Anybody, dog people? Dog people? Yeah, a few, yeah. How many of you knew Hitler and Stalin were also dog people? It's called a therapy pet, y'all. You should be more concerned Trump doesn't have a fucking dog, all right? But it could be worse. You could be cat people. That's all I get for that joke. People really love their cats. But I'm a dog person. I had a dog for a really long time, and recently she passed away 2 years ago, but my parents went and got this basset hound. Everybody know what a basset hound is? Yeah, they're so cute. He does make my day. Just to see his ears dragging on the ground, I'm like, your labia's still got it, ladies. Your labia's still got it. He's still tucked away. You don't look like that fucking mess down there. Vacuum up all the slops. Maybe there is hope for me one day. I love him though. He's great. I spoil the shit out of him. But it's got me into the pet stores again, and there's just the craziest treats out, you know, and toys. And there's this thing called a treat sprocket. When I say treat, you say sprocket. Treat, sprocket. Treat, sprocket. Treat, sprocket. Yeah, you like it, right? That was like me, and I have ADHD. That was me in the store just saying it out loud. I'm like, what a cool word. And then I was reading about the branding, and it was saying to prevent destructive behaviors. Put a treat inside the pocket. I was like, this is looking a lot like my vagina. Not because I like dogs rooting around in there, right? It's just like, you know, I keep it tucked away for a while. You gotta earn this treat sprocket. Still working on that joke too. All right, I might have one more for you. Let me see. I do have one more. Unfortunately, it's about my parents. How many of y'all hang out with your parents? Yeah, you're never too old, never too young. You should really respect your fucking parents. They raised a good mouth on me. No, I love my parents. It's a love-hate, but they are aging. My dad is almost 7 feet tall. I worry about his balance. He's over 70 now. And my mom is a pretty heavy woman, not very mobile. So one day I came home, and I guess I disrespected my dad's manhood by suggesting that we should put up some security cameras in the house. You know, and this is like the most responsible thing I could do. He raised 2 daughters, so I'm like, this is me looking after my dad, you know, because I ain't picking his ass up. But he immediately shut it down. He's like, no, I don't need any cameras in my goddamn house. You like that, right? I can sound like Shaft. My dad's Shaft, y'all. I don't need any goddamn cameras in my house. I'm like, Dad, whoa, cool it. You know, it's just for your safety. He's like, I don't care about safety. I don't need evidence of me throwing your mom down the stairs. It's like, wow, old man, that's really mean that at age 72, you still think you can lift 300 pounds. All right, that's been my time. Please follow me, Comedian KB. Thank you, Jacob, for letting me go over 5 fucking minutes.
Comedian KB, everybody. Keep it going over, Comedian KB. Woo! Are you guys ready to keep this thing moving? I had to say that as one table clears out, but just remember, take all your stuff with you, and then everyone on the stairs, fill in. Come on, fill in, stair crowd. I don't give a fuck, just fill in. Fill in or don't. I don't need a status update from everybody, that's crazy. I'm not your guidance counselor, just fill in or don't. That's fucking wild. Damion is so full of himself. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving, everybody. Your next comic is soon to leave this city. parking tickets, I guess. Your next comic is moving into a van and then driving away, and that's the end of the plan. There's literally no more plan than that. It's just like, get in a van, point it outside of Richmond, and live. And you know what? We wish him all the best. Everybody, he will be one of the honorees tomorrow night at the Roast of Basic City at 8:30. Put your hands together for the one and only Tyler Bauer.
Home sweet ho! I am lucky to be alive today. Lucky to be alive today. I bought a hot batch of Flintstone gummies. They were pressies, yes, but normally I can tell if they're laced with fentanyl. Call me Mr. Flintstone, I can make your bed rock. Hey! Let's calm down. Seriously though, fentanyl, I think they've made enough fentanyl. I think there's enough fentanyl in the world. It's so concentrated, there's enough fentanyl in the world that we could all have a good time 10 times over, if you know how to dose it properly. They're gonna have to start diluting all this fentanyl into the tap water supply or something, like fluoride. This tap water is stepped on. This is a weird myth. Do we like weird myths? This is a weird myth that the South Koreans believed in the mid-2000s. It was a fairly perpetrated myth that if you fell asleep in a room with all the windows and the doors closed and there's a fan on, that you would die. It's called Korean fan death. A very unoriginal name. Not that cool. I would have went with something like fentanyl. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you for coming out. And just keep doing what you're doing, and sure do love you. Frida Kahlo. There's that new exhibit at the VMFA on Frida Kahlo, famous artist Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo. Yeah, I know, but I'm not hitting that bitch back up. And thank you so much. I know it's just we're doing light, little, cute ones today. You ever think that someone ever asked Frida Kahlo what that mouth do? Everything. She was paralyzed and painted with her mouth. If you're not cultured, I'm very cultured. Why the fuck are condoms so expensive, guys? Condoms are crazy expensive. I went to CVS the other day, bought a 3-pack of Trojan Ends condoms. Trojan Ends, that's the normal size condom. Any other Trojan Ends users in the crowd? Yes, okay, everyone has big dicks in here, sure, cool. Statistically, that makes sense. I know at least one of you has an innie. Press it in like a little button, like a Street Fighter arcade machine. 3-pack of Trojan Ends condoms, $8. $8 for a 3-pack of these Trojan Ends condoms. You break that down, that's like $2.75 a cum. That's like paying a major bridge toll into a city every time you come. Birth control is easy pass. Freud, we know Freud, the philosopher guy, Freud, Freudian shit, Freudian slip.
we can all agree that Freud just wanted to fuck his mom, right? And he was trying to convince all of us that we also want to fuck our moms. I will not be tricked, Freud. It's so stupid and arbitrary, too. Freud will be like, you're 6 foot, you want to fuck your mom. Freud's like, you're left-handed, you want to fuck your mom. Freud be like, you want to fuck your mom? You don't want to fuck your mom. You can't handle all that mom. You wouldn't even know what to do with all that mom. I wonder why school shootings don't happen at community colleges. Like, why isn't like a 32-year-old single mother snapped getting her associate's degree and brought an AR-15 to John Tyler Community College? We need more single mother school shooters. Pam fucking snapped. So imagine you're hiding in the library under a table and Dolores bends down with an AR-15 and she's like, do you believe in God? Anyway, I've been Tyler Brown. Thank you so much, Amanda, Jacob, and this was my last Home Sweet Home before I take off. Thank you so much. Love this mic a lot. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Tyler Bauer, everybody. Just a quick defense of Freud. As a guy with kids, okay, I spend 98% of my day calling my wife Mom. And then the last hour and a half, I'm supposed to call her Lynn, and that's where all the sexual energy goes? That's crazy. I do spend half the day wanting to fuck Mom. But I can't because I won't fucking take a nap. Anyways, give it up for Tyler Bauer, everybody. Tyler has been an integral part of this show. Literally every time my wife has selfishly decided to give birth, Tyler has filled in for 6 weeks for me, and I appreciate that. See? What I said earlier, I said I have a niece. The whole crowd erupts. I talk about my own children. Everyone's like, okay. The fuck? I'm a good parent. If you don't believe me, check the police records. They don't exist. Tyler's dad's a sheriff. He hides them for me. All right, we'll keep this thing moving. You might recognize your next comic from the podcast he does, Flagrant. He sits next to Prashant Adele. It's a great podcast. You all love it. Everybody put your hands together. A man who's famous for murdering Aerith, Seph Smith.
What's up, guys? A lot of Nazi talk tonight. So speaking of Nazis, I used to be in the Boy Scouts of America when I was a kid. And I think that my Boy Scout experience was a little different than most, mainly because it was run by a bunch of old, rich, white, racist dudes who felt that they needed to educate us on the history of the Confederacy. And yeah, that was pretty weird. You know, I was a kid. I didn't know that it was weird. I was just like, oh, I guess we got to learn about history of Virginia. But looking back, I think it's strange that they made us memorize and recite the Pledge of Allegiance to the Confederacy. I didn't know that I was joining the Ku Klux Kids. But yeah, we would go on hikes. That was like a weekend getaway where we would camp. And I think it's weird that they called them hikes because we didn't hike anywhere. We would just drive up and camp there. And the mission for every hike was the same. It was break into any place that we could, steal as much shit as we could, and wreak havoc on each other. We were so bad that I think that the adults in our scout troop were worried that they were going to get molested by us. And one of the hikes that we went on, we were at Fort Story, Virginia, which was a military base. And on that military base, they were having a bicycle race at the same time that we were camping there. So we thought it would be very scout-like to put on all camouflage and go in the woods and take a bunch of raw hot dogs and throw them at the cyclists when they were going by. And dude, they would be pedaling hard as shit, just and they would just take it, you know, a wet, floppy hot dog hit them in the face, but they wanted to win the race. They keep going. And speaking of cyclists, I think terrorism is wrong.
Oh, shit.
I don't support it. I don't think that you should kill innocent people ever. I think what the Boston Marathon bomber did was wrong.
right? I don't condone it. But if you have to blow up people, and it has to be a race, I wouldn't blow up the runners. I would have chosen the cyclists. I've never been caught behind 5 cars going 6 miles an hour because there was a runner in the middle of the road pretending they were a car. So anyway, after we threw the hot dogs, the military police came to our campsite, and they wanted to know who threw the hot dogs. But one thing I learned in Boy Scouts was an essential life lesson, and that was snitches get stitches. So we kept our mouths shut. Nobody got in trouble. Nobody said shit. But we weren't allowed to camp there ever again. One of my favorite memories of Boy Scouts was one time we were driving home from a Boy Scout hike. My friend Brad's dad was driving the car. He was driving a Volkswagen Vanagon. It had these big sliding windows. And us being the good kids that we were just throwing handfuls of trail mix out of the car and other cars and just hitting the windshield. And anyway, this guy, he was very irate. He pulled up beside my friend's car and he started motioning for him to roll down the window. And my friend Brad's dad rolls down the window and the guy goes, "Your kids are throwing shit out the window." And my friend's dad was like, "What?" And he goes, "Your kids are throwing shit out the window." And my friend's dad gave him the best reply I've ever heard in my life. He just looked at him and smiled and goes, "These aren't my kids," and rolled the window back up. Anyway, that's my time, guys. Thanks.
What do you want? Everyone pretending like I'm not right here.
Hi, I'm right here. If you thought I wasn't right here, you're stupid and wrong. So, all right. Your next comic, everybody. Your next comic is one of our cannonball spots. That's a person who can interrupt the set flow list and go wherever they want. And your next comic said, "Fuck Prashanth. I really want Prashanth to end up in a hole, dead, being eaten by rats, because I don't respect him at all."
True.
Anyways, that's just what they said. Your next comic, a very funny performer, very talented. We're excited to have them. I want you all to sound excited too. Come on. Come on. Put your hands together for Flo.
Hey, yes, I hate Prashanth because he's Christian. And I'm Jewish, so you know, you see how it goes. Here are my jokes. I'm queer and I like sports, and I think kissing should be allowed in sports. I think you can use it defensively. If you get any further, I'm gonna kiss you. I think you can use it offensively. Distract your opponent. Let me make out with him real quick, and then I'll break away and do this crossing route. See, I know sports. I fucked up. I made a huge mistake. I made a suicide pact with Schrodinger's cat. And I want to do the right thing, but I don't know if he's gone through with it yet or not. Schrodinger's cat is a philosophical thought experiment. Okay, hey Chuck. You know Schrodinger's cat? Schrodinger's cat? No, I thought he would, honestly. We've had deep philosophical conversations about Stoicism and nihilism and Aristotle and Plato. You know. No, don't be coy. You know, we've talked about it. I just named names. I don't know who the fuck those people are. What's the other new joke? Oh, okay, here we go. J.K. Rowling gets a lot of flack for being a transphobe, and she should. She's transphobic, on record. But she's not the most transphobic fantasy character out there.
Like Gandalf? I mean, his most famous line is, "You shall not pass." Guy in the gray t-shirt, I don't think you know what passing is. Yeah, okay. Google it. Google it, and then you're gonna laugh at that joke. I know you wouldn't have known that anyway, but still. There's a big name tag controversy out there. Some people like name tags, some people hate name tags. I like a name tag, because I get very high before work. So if I forget my name, other people can remind me. And some people get upset when I say I get high before work, but it's like, pay me, don't get high before work money. If you don't want me to get high, you know what I mean? Like, come on now, minimum wage, that's get high before work money. There's two types of Jeeps in this world. Jeeps with dream catchers, and Jeeps with don't tread on me license plates. And they both listen to too much Joe Rogan. Yeah, gray t-shirt followed that one. That's wild. I put the wrong dressing on my salad. Then a regret. I've been thinking about getting a boob job, but apparently to get a boob job you need boob experience. And it's like, in this boob economy, like, I started putting a vest on my bike so that I can take it into stores with me and I don't have to leave it outside. And when people question me, I'm like, oh, this is my service bike. And people are like, oh yeah, what's your disability? I'm like, I'm poor. So I need this bike. I don't want to offend anybody by anything I say up here. If I say anything that offends anybody, please come up to me afterwards and just say, hey, you were hilarious. I'll end on this one. And this is a real story, okay? One time I was fornicating, right? And the person I was fornicating with was like, I want you to be in charge. And I was like, I don't think that's true. Because when I'm in charge, I delegate. So we're gonna need to get some more people in here if I'm gonna be in charge. I'm gonna have to be like, Angela, you work the nips. Mike, you start fingering that asshole. I need them coming in 5 minutes, everybody. Anyway, that's my shit. Jacob McFadden, everybody.
Keep it going for Flow, everybody. Flow. No, please, I was going to bring it to you, but that's fine. Just going to be a gentleman. All right. Hey, thank you all for coming. Have a good night. Don't forget to take that glass with you, and then I'm going to make all these people fill it in. Now's the part where I have to kill time. Did I ever tell you guys about what? I was born in a log cabin. That's not true. I grew up in Florida. The ants would have eaten the log cabin. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving. Your next comic coming to the stage is a Christian. I just found that out. No one more excited about there being an American Pope than your next comic. This guy, you look at him and you say, he's got Chi-Town pride. Everybody, famous Catholic, Prashantha Dell. We're going to keep this thing moving. Oh, I'm supposed to say, give it up, Prashant. All right, guys, we are down to our final 5 comics. Yeah, final 5 comics. So if you were thinking of leaving, now it makes you rude. Your next comic coming to the stage should have gone up earlier in the night. She would have done great, but Prashant was too busy bitching about getting his 2.5 minutes on stage. Everybody, put your hands together for a real Christian who knows. Actually, are you Jewish? I don't know. People do comedy. So it doesn't matter. Her penis is chopped. Everybody, put your hands together for Mallory.
watching the greats, and I just would study them, and I noticed a lot of them happen to be black men. And I was like, I'm fucked. It's not cool if I do the thing where they're like, you know what I mean, when they laugh. It's so, if I do that, you'd be like, why are you, you're not that funny. Or I like when they do the impressions of white men, they'll be like, Johnson. I like when they do that. They'd be like, why is she impersonating a lesbian cop? Why is she saying Johnson? I'm glad that landed. I was like, shit. What else? Oh, I also thought I needed haters because Cat Williams, great. Give it up for Cat Williams. Is he canceled? He's good. He's good. Good. He had the whole thing, if you have like 10 haters now, you need 15 by the summer. And I was like, okay, like I'll just tell my parents I want to do this, that's 2. And so I go and I tell my mom and my dad separately because they hate each other. And I'm like, Mom and Dad, I want to do comedy. And I was like, they'll never go for this. And they're like, you should do it, you're really funny. I was like, are you serious? Are you serious right now? Yeah, so that sucked. I have a really good support system. I like can't let them down. They're like, you tried, it's fine. What else? Do you think Jesus banned masturbation because he was a carpenter and he was like, ow, I don't get it. Why can't I do that? Big reason why I'm Jewish. I'm just no, but I went wrong when I stopped dating Jewish guys. And the second I stopped dating Jewish guys, it went south. Yeah, so I need to get back on that. Hit up the local synagogue. But I'm also Italian, but I'm not cool Italian, thank you. Like, I don't have the accent. Like, New York Italians are America's sweethearts. And I just wish I was. I wish I could hook up with one, and then I would wake up, and like my cells would turn into little chicken parmesans. And I'd wake up and be like, French tips. I'm already chewing gum. There's mozzarella on the table. This is amazing. So that's my big goal, is to be Italian American. Yeah. How you guys doing? I would do crowd work, but hi guys. I don't know how much time I have. What are you guys doing out here tonight? Drinking? Are you from Richmond? Okay. Pennsylvania. You live here now. Why'd you move? Oh, okay. What was it? A job? Was it? Okay. What do you do for work?
It's really boring. This is gonna ruin it. I'm an actuary.
Ooh. What is that?
Risk management for insurance.
Okay, risk management for insurance.
Yeah.
Cool. That's okay. What do you do for work? Software engineering. Okay, fuck these guys. Ruining my shit. You guys are a good-looking couple. You guys have kids? You don't want them. Is this? I'm sorry. Am I? Oh, I have a cat. Okay, that's fun, and that's my time. It was good talking to you guys.
Keeping on to Mallory, everybody. Mallory. Asking a wild question. I've done this a long time. You never look at a couple and go, you want kids? Someone always nods and someone always shakes their head. And then you have to do the rest of the show going like, oh, I fucked that up. I just caused a big problem. Anyways, you want kids?
Should I shake yes?
You should not move at all. You should turn into an Easter Island head. You should actually just turn into stone. Let's try again. You ready?
Yep.
Hey, you want kids? No, now you have to answer it. He's doing it for no reason. Fuck, man. These guys. They're gonna reproduce. Asexually. They're just gonna, one day skin's gonna flake off of them and turn into another human. Which is cool, you know, I like that. All right. We're moving on. Your next comic, I'm actually really excited to introduce. We don't often get foreign exchange comics, but your next comic is coming here all the way from what I've been told is called America's Heartland. Your next comic was born in Oklahoma. Born and raised in Oklahoma, where the deer and the antelope play, is what it says. Your next comic is a naturist. Give it up for Louie Carroll. Hey, Oklahoma!
What up? What up, what up, what up? Oh, your next comic is we don't usually get foreign exchange students. Get a fucking new intro, Jacob. You do that every fucking Wednesday, every fucking Tuesday with different states. Oh, he's from Oklahoma. He's from Atlanta. Shut up.
Since 2019, I'm afraid to do a new intro for you.
Shut up, idiot.
He doesn't speak our language when he talks down to me. That's fun. Trouble to hear.
Shut up, Frodo. Don't you have a ring to burn or something? Getting sent a dick pic sucks, right?
What?
Getting sent a dick pic? Getting sent a dick pic sucks, right?
No.
It doesn't?
Why are you getting sent a dick pic?
Getting sent a dick pic sucks, right? Left room. Getting sent a dick pic sucks, right? It does? It does? It does. Yes, thank you. Unless you're from the Middle Ages, right? Dick pic by Raven, right? Right? You trace your dick on a scroll and you fly to a stranger, right? They didn't have phones or cameras. Alright, that's something. Anybody here adopted? No one? One person? Alright. There's always a... Somebody say you are? Anyway, back to our... Shut up, Lorax. But yeah, getting adopted. There's always like a heartwarming getting adopted story. But where's the cool getting adopted story? Like in the movies, right? You can like get dropped off at somebody's doorstep and get kidnapped by poach pirates, you know? Like where's that story, right? Where's that story? Oh, there's something there. There is something there, there's something there. I don't like Santa, right? I don't like him. Like he gives white privileged kids gifts. You know, like how about you do some actual good deeds, you know? Like fly some immigrants over the border or something, right? I mean we all know Santa can beat ice. He trained at the North Pole. Come on. Let's talk about the bra. It's called the brassiere, like long form or something, right? It's such a weird sound. Let's call it what it is. The boob hammock. Right? Alright, let's call it the bra then. Alright, let's call it the bra. That's like the welcome.
Alright, foot. Everybody know the joke. Great. Thank
you. Anyway, back to our scheduled programming, right? Wait, hold up. Writing a suicide joke. Writing a suicide note is dark, right? It's like super dark, right? Unless you fold it into an origami swan, right? Right? And it's also kind of poetic, you know? You didn't jump off the balcony. You flew like a swan, right? Gracefully. Thank you. I'm gonna end on this one, I guess. Anybody ever found a raccoon in the trash can? That has like never happened to me, like ever, you know? Like people just have like a raccoon in their trash can. That's like a thing. That's never happened to me. But I wish it did. Like I would take them in and train them to pick pockets. I mean, come on, like I am broke. And that's been my time. Give it up for Dexter's Laboratory.
God damn it. Louie had to overstay his visa, but he finally came up with comebacks. That's exciting. I loved everything about that. All right, your next comic, she played this hilarious prank where she convinced this lady that she had to go to the bathroom. And now she's ready to get up on stage. Finally, the joke's about to pay off, everybody. Your next comic, we don't often have foreign exchange students. But your next comic comes from the side of the river where the water goes back into the ground after it rains. Everybody put your hands together for University of Richmond graduate, Emilie Erbland!
This is how you figure out if you want a taquito from the 7-11, okay? This is how you make your choice. You don't go right to the taquitos. You circle around, you look at the Slurpees, okay? Is the frozen Coca-Cola out? Leave. Those are irresponsible people. You don't want their taquitos, okay? If the frozen Coke is there, proceed to your next stop. You walk around to the taquitos. You walk around to the taquitos. Act nonchalant, okay? Peek over. How many are fucking left? Oh, there's a lot there. Bail, okay? There should be 3 to 5 of your chosen taquito flavor remaining, okay? Step number 2, okay. Once you've done that, okay, you've acted nonchalant around the taquitos. You approach the tongs. You pick up the tongs, okay? You gently squeeze the center of the taquito, okay? Is it pliable? Is it soft, okay? Don't stop there. Take your tongs, squeeze both ends of the taquito, okay? If you don't do this, if you miss this last step, the ends of your taquito will be stale, okay? You know how many bites of taquito that's left in the middle? 2. That's not enough. You need more bites of taquito. I was talking to this snail the other day, and she had the biggest rack I've ever seen. Oh my God, I was talking to her, and man, like I just couldn't stop staring. She had the biggest, juiciest, fattest titties I've ever fucking seen. Okay, they were glistening with mucus. Man, they were just incredible. And she said, my eyes are up here. My man teases me because he knows I love it. Yeah, he ribs for my pleasure. They call me the Punisher with 2 N's. I'm opening a bar. Clap. Fucking alcoholics, you'll be there. We do things a little bit different at Emilie's. We do things a little bit different. I gotta carve out my niche. I can't be like the other bars. We don't have happy hour. We have sad hour. Beers are $100. Sorry. No, we can't put the game on. We're watching Hoarders. The ones where they got pets, and it's sad. Which reminds me, yes, you can bring your dog into our establishment, but only if they sound like this. It's sad hour. I miss when music used to be good. Y'all remember? Used to be good. Chief Keef. It wasn't that long ago when music used to be better. I miss the era of instructional dance music. I used to show up in the club, have no confusion about what I should be doing, you know. I know exactly when my hands ought to be up in the sky, okay? Brain off. Soulja Boy used to tell me, you know, you used to pull up at your average wedding and hear all this instructional dance music. You know, the electric slide, the cha-cha slide for the Amish, the Cupid motherfucking shuffle. I don't know. Maybe it's too controversial in 2025. Maybe, you know, at your average wedding, instructional dance music comes on, and maybe the wedding party can't all agree to slide to the left, slide to the right. I'm Emilie Erbland, everybody. Give it up for your host, Jacob McFadden. I'm gonna roast the shit out of Jacob McFadden at Basic City tomorrow night, and Jacob McFadden will in turn roast the shit out of me. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great. Be there.
I will not roast Emilie Erbland. I respect her too much. Give it up for Punky Brewski. Guys, we're down to our final few comics of the show. Now, your next comic may be here, and they just might not have introduced themselves to me. So we're going to try this. Your next comic might be a mystery guest. Okay? So we're all going to try. Call on their name. Let's try. You ready? Spencer Conroy. Spencer. Oh, hey, Spencer Conroy. Oh, you did introduce yourself to me. Wow, what a forgettable face. Everybody put your hands together for Spencer Conroy.
You know what? I'll just be surprised to see you. Man, I sat here and listened to every freaking person talk, and he forgot about me. God damn it. Okay, hi guys. I don't know about y'all, but I have been really enthralled with the Pope news lately. I'm not Catholic, but I just love their outfits. I think they all look so beautiful. So whenever I turn the TV on, like, I'm just on the edge of my seat, and I see these gorgeous men in their gorgeous long dresses, and I'm thinking, like, I think I could get a lot of work done like that, because it's true. Like, I work from home. I'm an artist. I'm always trying to stay in the flow state. And I think if I'm going to dress for success, I need something that has a good billow to it. So I'm thinking floor-length smocks. I committed, I bought one, and now I float from room to room like a kite. I blow around the house with my dogs out like Voldemort, and my partner loves it. Here's my partner. Hi, Luce. Thank you for coming out tonight and hanging with me for 2 hours. But I blow into the room, and Luce looks me up and down and gives me a sultry, Habemus Papa, we have a Pope. And then I launch myself into bed at night, and I wedge myself between two Squishmallows, Papa Francisco style. I don't know if y'all haven't seen the photos of him in the casket. They did him dirty. He had his arms floating in the air. The best part of working from home is, of course, I have all the time in the world to myself. The worst part, though, is the social isolation. I recently saw on Instagram an ad for an entrepreneurship alliance meeting, and I thought my prayers had been answered. So out of excitement, I go and I book my slot, I pay my fee, and then I decide to look at the information. So I see the first event on the list is a grounding and self-honoring workshop. Grounding and self-honoring? Is that what we're gonna call it these days? So I immediately got my refund because I can just stay home and jerk off by myself for free. My favorite part about working from home, though, is that I have time to create my own schedule. So I check in on my grandparents a lot. They're both still alive, and I go over and I try to help them out as best I can. But it turns out I've been more harm than good because I realized I've been feeding my grandfather 3-year-old mustard for the last 6 months at the very least. And it's hard going over there because they're so old, they've been with each other for so long, they just fight all the time. And I'm realizing that if it's elder on elder abuse, it just cancels out into a healthy marriage. And I know my grandma's, she's finding a lot of different ways to cope, but I've discovered that she does have a drinking problem. Specifically the top halves of water bottles. So when I go through her house, I'm just wading through ankles deep of half empty, half full waters. But I'm thankful she doesn't have an issue with alcohol because all the beer bottles I find are empty. Thank you guys.
Keep it going for Spencer Conroy, everybody. All right, we are down to our final few comics, but I do have to just make a comment about something that happened while I was downstairs. Someone who had previously joined us in a red dress was standing at the bottom of the steps with 2 drinks and said, "Should we go up?" And then answered herself, "No, they're too mean." And then left. I mean, left. Like is now walking down Carey Street with 2 rocks glasses. So, I feel good about what we did here, guys. Feel like whatever we did, I can't give a name to it, but I support it. All right, we're coming up on one of your final comics of the evening, everybody. We're very excited to have you here. This next comic is the owner of Dawnstar Video Games. He runs the open mic at Star Hill. Your next comic is loved throughout the city. I think I'm right about all that. If I'm not, I don't care, and you now own the business. Fuck it. Whatever. Don't make me the small business administrator if you want me to do that. Everybody put your hands together for Alex Hickey.
None of that was true. Home sweet home. Ain't that the truth? You know, between the episodes of Walker, Texas Ranger, the graffiti all over the place, the likelihood that there's either a coke dealer or a cokehead in near proximity, like, I'm filled with a sense of childhood whimsy. Like, this is where I grew up. This is home sweet home. So, it's come to my attention recently that there are a number of people who don't believe that white privilege is a real thing. And, you know, because of, like, Ohio. And, you know, this is understandable, because if you've ever spent time in Ohio, you're like, damn, the whites don't got it so hot. Like, if you've been to Cleveland, shit, the white people aren't even white. They're gray. And, like, this is like, this is an evolutionary thing. The white people in Cleveland are gray so they can blend in with the sky. And, like, this way, they can beat the seagulls to the food. Like, that's a key to surviving in Cleveland. And then in Cincinnati, the whites are so hard up in Cincinnati that they fucking put chili on their spaghetti. No, like, I'm sure, like, they're like, Ma, we can't afford no ragu. We gotta put some chili on the spaghetti. It's tough. And has anybody been to Youngstown?
Ohio?
Yeah, Youngstown, Ohio. The only, like, if you haven't been to Youngstown, Ohio, the only thing I can compare it to is, like, if you've seen your parents fucking. Like, that image will be burned in your head forever. So, if you're just going off that, I understand. Like, yeah, why would I believe in white privilege? Like, Ohio. But so the way to prove it's a real thing is by time travel. Personally, if I had a time machine, I would go back because like I would want to go back to like win some sports bets because it's like I know how this is going to turn out. I can make fucking bank. Or like I would go back to the Titanic and like I would seduce Kate Winslet and then before the ship sank I'd hop back into my time machine and come the fuck back. However, like pretty much you have to be a white dude or like a Mongolian to go back in time and be like, this is a good idea. Nobody else is going back. This may change in the next few years. Women may start taking time machines back to get legal abortions. But, you know, for the most part, it behooves me to go backwards. Ain't nobody else doing that. So, like, this is how you prove that white privilege exists. Because, like, I can go either way in a time machine. Not everybody's gonna do that. Ironically, I'm out of time. So, I will leave on that note.
You remember Alex Hickey, everybody. I'm leaving for Ohio in 2 days, and that is all 100% true. I went into the city, and my mother told me to avoid the black part of town. And I said, what part of town is that? And she said, these 2 blocks. It's like, that's the easiest, that's so easy. I used a municipal parking lot, which was free for me. All right. Ohio is a very sad place. I love it. All right, we're down to our final 3 performers of the night, everybody. Your next comic. Oh, you're gonna love this guy. You're gonna love this guy. You should definitely get one more. You're gonna love the next guy.
Insert card.
Then you should get 2 more. You should get 2 more and a shot. And you know what? They're still serving food. There's some wings on there. Do you like wings? She said she loves them. Get some wings. All right, your next comic. This guy, it's not his birthday, but he has a friend whose birthday it is, and that's pretty good. You might recognize him. He's the owner of Dawnstar Video Game Store. Put your hands together for Damion Anderson.
Yeah, it is my boy's birthday. Give it up to him. Yeah. He's 29. I'm 29. We're both old. I'm old now. Fucking old. Now, I feel like I'm getting old now because, like, I don't know, like, I did that, like, old guy shit. Like, when I was growing up, my uncles and shit were smoking weed. They'd be like, yo, this new shit is too much for me. I'm like, yo, shut up, old ass nigga. This shit, good ass shit. But now I kind of feel him now. Like, speaking of the birthday boy, like, it was one of those situations where I was growing up, I started smoking weed first. I introduced weed to him, and then he got more of a stoner than me. So now, like, the last time I was with him, he was buying weed from the store. This nigga gets into the car, takes out his weed pen. He's like, hold on, I haven't hit anything all day. Oh, my fault. You want to hit this? And I was like, no, absolutely not. I do not. I do not want to. Weed back in the day used to make me go to sleep, not have an orgasm / be a Dragon Ball Z character. That makes no fucking sense. I don't know. Another moment I had with weed where I realized I was getting too old for it. I don't know, the weed is different. Like, weed, like, of course, weed shouldn't make you turn into a Dragon Ball Z character, but now also, like, I've noticed, like, weed will make me, like, motivated. That didn't used to be a thing. Like, I used to smoke weed and like want to go home and go to sleep. Like now I'm like, I don't know, like I got too high one time and like passed out and like woke up. And on the middle of the floor at my grandparents' house, I woke up high as shit and I was like, I gotta get my shit together. Like, I don't know, what the fuck? Like, that's not how weed should be, man. That's... also, I don't know. Another thing with getting older, I used to have this bit about how, I don't know, have y'all noticed it's a big cucking problem in this country? The culture. Like, even with that movie Nosferatu, like the whole plot of that movie was vampire cuck the movie. That nigga was like, yo, if I'm going to kill you, your husband, and the whole fucking village, unless you give me some pussy. Like, you know what I mean? That's what he was doing. And then I realized, like, oh wait, no, this is just how our culture has been going to. Like, even in rap music. Like, every other rapper now, every other line is about that nigga fucking your bitch. Why my bitch? Like, it doesn't have to be my bitch. There's Young Thug is taking it like a complete step further. Like, niggas like Young Thug will be like, I'm gonna fuck your bitch, your mom, your daughter, your sister, your grandma. I'm like, all right, at this point, you just have a fetish. Like, I don't know what to do with you. But like, I've noticed, I don't know, I think, do I have the main answer? No, I'm an aspiring comedian. I don't have any answers. So, but I think I have, like, at least a light to what happened. Look at even all of our favorite movies growing up. What is my least favorite trope in movies? It would be like the love interest is already in a relationship with the fucking antagonist or the bully or whatever. And I'm like, that shit pisses me off, but I think that's why. Look what happened in the OG X-Men movies. Like, anybody that didn't read a comic book hated Cyclops. Why? It's because Wolverine hit on Jean Grey, and we were like kids, we were like, fuck you, Cyclops, man, Wolverine, fuck your bitch. Let him do that. Like, what's wrong with that? And then we would eat. Every white person's favorite movie here is Karate Kid. Like, yo, guys, love that movie. The whole plot of that movie was them gaslighting the fucking dude. The guy was just like, she's like, I don't know why you're so mad. Like, this guy clearly has a crush on me, and we're like spending very ample time together during the movie's runtime. And you know, I just don't understand why you would be so insecure. I don't know. My name's Damion Anderson, my time. I don't know.
You're Damion Anderson, everybody. Avoiding the obvious solution that Wolverine should have just fucked Madeline Pryor, obviously. You're a clone who doesn't get to be with Scott Summers, and you've had a will they won't they thing with Logan forever. Just fuck him. And she wears a cool BDSM outfit. You guys had friends in the 90s?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, is that true, Damion? Mr. I'm 29 and I'm so old. Am I old?
Yeah.
Is that what you think? Wow. I'm gonna make you eat the dust that falls out of my joints in the morning. Your next comic is a spring chicken. Last spring's chicken. Put your hands together for the former manager of Strange Ways. Now he slices deli meat. Walmart Employee of the Month, Danny McCabe.
That's right, that's right. Turns out slicing deli does pay more than managing a bar. Jacob would know, yeah. He used to work there. That's right, guys, I got contact lenses. That means I'm 10 times funnier now. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I like what Damion was saying about vampire cucks. Oh, hey, Brian. I like what Damion was saying about vampire cucks, because, like, you know, like, I just kind of imagine, like, some vampire, like, you know, like, sucking someone's blood, and then there's, like, one vampire in a chair just going, like... No, it's cool. This is totally consensual. If anything, I'm the one who gets the best benefit out of this. That's my problem, is I feel like I was born for the cuck chair. Like, oh, honey, off to fuck someone else tonight. All right. Sounds so naturally coming out of my mouth, right? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know. The world is weird right now. The world is weird. I feel like we're in a bit of like a, like a news event cycle drought, right? Like I feel like everything I'm hearing about is always the economy or the Pope, right? It's like, oh, the economy's gonna get bad because of these tariffs, It's like, hey, the Pope died. We got a new Pope. There's a new Pope. It's like, oh, tariff this, Pope that, tariff, Pope, tariff, Pope. How about you tear off my pants and suck on my balls? And Pope on my chest while you're at it. I mean, what? What? Damn right. Oh, damn right, yeah. Make sure when you Pope on my chest, it's in the cardinal north direction. Hey-o. Hey-o. I don't know much about Chicago, but that's a Cleveland steamer. Chief Keef, yeah. Just kidding. No, we're going for the Kid Cruddy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know if JD got that joke, but hell yeah. All right, all right. Yeah, I think it's time we give Kanye West his white card, guys. No, I'm serious. I think it's time we give Kanye West his white card because, like, honestly, if it wasn't, like, the overzealous religiousness that did it, right? If it wasn't, like, I'm a neo-Nazi now, like, type shit on Twitter. No, it's definitely, like, the song lyrics and, like, random confession to gay incest as a child. Like, that makes you white. Like, you could be as white supremacist as you want, as we like, me and my cousin had fun in bath time. Like, that's it. No, you're one of us now. Like, I'm sorry to say, like, bring back the racial draft, because Kanye is a #1 draft pick for the Caucasians. We will trade you Kyle Rittenhouse, and we're gonna do a 1-year trade on Elon Musk. Yeah. No, we accepted him because we were dumb to think, oh, he's from Africa. We got screwed out of that one, I'll tell you that much. Speaking of getting screwed out of things, oh man. I have like my high school reunion coming up in a year. I'm really nervous because I'm the guy who has to plan it. Really. This is not stand-up, it's a conversation, but I don't know, it just got me thinking about like those superlatives you used to have in high school. It's like, most athletic, most spirited, Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. I spend my days working with Charlie. He's a very special man. Today he ate spaghetti all by himself.
It's hard.
It's very hard. It's very hard. I still eat it with my feet. Yeah, I wish I was voted most likely to eat spaghetti with my feet in high school, but I was voted most likely to die from autoerotic asphyxiation. But joke's on them, I lived! Goddamn, alright. Yeah, some weird shit's been happening lately, like, RFK, I still can't get over him talking about autism, right? Like, he was kind of saying stuff like, it's like, autistic people can't pay their taxes. Autistic people can't hold down a job. Autistic people smoke weed all day. I'm like, damn, am I autistic? So I went and got myself tested, but I didn't have a lot of money, so I couldn't afford like the psych evaluation. So I went to a Super Smash Brothers tournament. I lost. That's how I found out I wasn't neurodivergent, everybody. All right, guys, my name's been Danny McCabe. Y'all have been wonderful. Let's hear it for Jacob McFadden.
Danny McCabe, everybody. And you can see Danny McCabe tomorrow as the least deserving member of the dais at the Basic City Roast. Honestly, I'm not sure why he's there, but he is. And we're.
Asked before you. Let that sink in.
I was just asked to MC the roast at his wedding, so I don't believe that at all. Literally, the guy can't move to the next step of his life without me. But anyways, go back to the deli. Your next comic is your final comic of the evening. This guy, do you like legends? This guy is a Richmond comedy legend. Have you heard the name Ray Bullock? Have you heard the name Mike Marr? Have you heard the name Chris Sipple? Okay, well, you should really get in touch with the local scene. Because these guys are all legends who don't hold a candle to your next comic. Your next comic was born in these streets, raised in these streets, and God willing, he will die in these streets sometime soon. A very present man. Everybody, put your hands together for Bryan Fountain.
What's up, guys? All right. Happy birthday, Brandon. Fellow Taurus. My birthday was on the 13th, right? Yeah. I turned 34. It made me realize people have been telling me I need to grow up since I was young. You know, like my whole life. But I won't do it. I'll never grow up. I'm never gonna grow up. One thing that I do that I've been doing since I was like 16, you know, guy drops his whatever the fuck and he goes to pick it up. I make a little fart noise. And I do that to this day. I'm never gonna grow up. All right? One time, in high school, this guy, he dropped his keys, right? And when he went down to pick them up, I made the fart noise, right? Drops his keys, bends over, I'm like, Never gets old. Still do that. But, you know, this kid, he's thinking to himself, oh my God, I've just committed social suicide. Everybody's laughing at me because I'm clumsy. Now they think that I farted. I've just committed social suicide. But this boy knew something that I know. You have to laugh first, then think. He didn't go home and kill himself, right? He didn't go home and kill himself. He laughed, and then he thought. This is very important, guys. Example. I walk on stage. I have a butcher's knife. I walk on stage. I have a butcher's knife. I pull out my penis. I lob off my penis with said butcher's knife. I go-gurt the innards of my penis into my mouth. What are you gonna do? Call the cops? No, you're gonna laugh. You laugh first, and then you're gonna think, should I call the cops? This guy seems to know what he's doing. Is this art? How fun. I'm never gonna grow up. That's why they call me the Michael Jackson of the Richmond comedy scene. And I'm like, you mean to say like Peter Pan, right? And they're like, no, you're like Michael Jackson. And I'm like, all right. You're not a comic, right? No. You shook your head. What is it that you do? And what's your name also? Name and profession. Now! I'm sorry, one more. Shut up.
I'm Liv and I'm a software engineer.
Liv, software engineer. Give Liv a hand. Thank you. Liv, it's nice to meet you. I'm Bryan. I'm a scientist.
No way.
My latest experiment, Liv, I don't know if you know what happens when you put a Coke, Mentos into a Coke, right? My latest experiment, so what I did was I butt chugged a liter of Coke.
No! Do not!
And then I shoved a Mentos up there.
No!
All right. Everybody calm down. The hypothesis being that I would jizz a whole lot.
Wow!
It was a negative result, Chuck. It was a negative result.
You shouldn't say that!
Dude, I didn't jizz, man. I shit everywhere.
Okay, I like that.
I did come off the ground a little bit from the force of the shitting. So we did end up submitting that to a few science journals. My name's Bryan. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.
Bryan Fountain. He'll be on the roast tomorrow night. Way more deserving than Danny McCabe. So give it up for him. Guys, what a great show. I just had one thing before we end. He asked if he was a comedian. You shook your head so hard. You did. You shook your head. You're like, no. He's pretty. I agree, he's pretty. But he doesn't have any sense of humor? Come on, tell a joke. Come on, come up here. Come up here. No, come up here and tell. You got courage. Come up here and tell a joke. This is your chance. Whether tonight's a success or not, this is your chance. Go on, tell a joke. By the way, what's your name?
My name's Noah.
Noah, and you're an actuary?
I'm an actuary.
I have a savings account, so I know what that means, unlike everyone else in the room.
What does that mean?
He does insurance stuff. That's mostly right. Yeah, he does risk assessment, guys. I would explain it to you more, but you guys couldn't understand. Anyways, now that I've really turned them all against us, this is your chance, man. I'm gonna give you as long as you want. Explore it. Feel the room. Enjoy. And what was your name again? Liv, right? And you're a software engineer. Now, what software have you developed? Anything we've heard of? So the Capital One app. If you guys have ever been fucked over by the Capital One app, it's her fault. Just so we're all clear. They didn't spend all the time hanging out in their big gym off of Cox Road, hanging out in the cafe, having a great time. Your bank might work. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. Buddy, all you.
Come on, I bought this shot because of you.
Bingo. You have the best knowledge of what actuarial science is I've ever heard in my life. So, I'm Noah. Actuarial science sucks, but I work in Medicaid, which is helpful. So thank you. It's in Medicaid, so I'm not a piece of shit.
Nice shorts.
Thank you. They go higher. And my joke is my fiance is a software engineer, but the only soft thing she's ever engineered is not in my pants. Thank you.
And just so we're clear, what he just said was you've never made his dick hard. That is actually, watch the tape. That is what he just said. The only thing she's engineered is not in my pants. So that's, hey. And you know what? I think it's great you're getting married anyways. You guys, you figured out something that works for you. And that's good. As a guy who's been married for a while, it's not that important. Alright. Guys, this has been Comedy from Home Sweet Home. We're here every first, third, and fifth Tuesday of the month. Thank you for coming out. If you want to hang out, we'll all be